Hello, I'm Mr. Hartgrave, and I'm addicted to Marvel Strike Force. And in this episode of Addicted to Marvel Strike Force, we are going to be talking about all of the blogs that came out this week. We're going to be playing some Cosmic Crucible, and I'm going to be giving you my best advice on who to take in to Dark Dimension 7. Before we get to any of that, first I want to give you an update about our friend at Scarlet Spider Comics. So Taylor, if you were watching the episode last week, has reached out for support during a very dark time in their life. And right before I recorded this, right before I went live, I checked the donation page, refreshed it, and saw that there was a $1,000 donation, and my heart grew 3 sizes that day. I can't believe the generosity out there. Thank you so much to the Gravedigger community, all those that donated, everyone that sent positive thoughts over to Taylor. If you want to leave some in the comments as well, that'd be fantastic. They're still looking to, their goal is to raise $2,000 here. So if you want to jump in on this, the link is down below. It's still active to help them out. And man, I don't know what to say. So I'm going to turn this over to Taylor. Taylor has a message for everybody who donated, everybody who sent out support. So I'm going to let them do that now, and then we're going to get to the blogs.
What's up, Gravediggers? I wanted to do this organically, but it, through the tearing up, was very difficult, so I had to write it down, but hopefully that flows a bit better, and hopefully I can keep it together until the end here. But I woke up this morning with COVID. I'm vaccinated, and the only place I go right now is the dentist, so life is still really something right now, but today is still just amazing. I think it's only been a week maybe, and the GoFundMe is already 3/4 of the way done. Just a massive donation came in from our fellow gravedigger Bogo today. While I was throwing up in the toilet, my phone went off and I saw that Bogo had donated. And I just want to point out, Bogo in the past, when we were robbed, also had purchased a bunch of comics from us to send to a children's hospital. And I think the culmination of that is how I want to structure this thank you to Bogo and to all of you up until this point. We all play this ridiculous mobile game about superheroes, and at the center of that is one person named Mr. Hartgrave, and he connects us all in that way. And as a person, we get to watch him weekly exemplify the qualities of the characters we look up to and adore in that video game. In just my time knowing him, we have brought a beautiful day to the Pride Treatment Center for helping to encourage LGBTQ addicts still suffering. We were able to send this amazing kid with cerebral palsy to his favorite place in the world, SeaWorld. You guys came to our aid when we were robbed earlier this year, or early last year. And that's just stuff involving me and Scarlet Spider Comics. That's not even the extent of how much this community does with Mr. Hartgrave for other causes. And this is why this community has always been bigger than the game that connects it. It happens to be a real-life superhero who creates content that attracts other heroes. The idea of the power of addiction and what it can do to a person is a somewhat abstract concept if you haven't been close to it or been through it. But when I say losing my wife and my health and my ability to work could have killed me this week, I absolutely mean it. Because of all of you, I get to be that less than 1% right now that can make it through this situation and take time to heal. And there's no doubt in my mind that without this community of actual heroes, my will to keep going on was probably going to run out. I'd be hard-pressed to believe there are even a handful of addicts out there who could realize during all of this physical and emotional bankruptcy that they could have a whole group of people that they trust with their pain, and that those people would understand my current need to prioritize what I am right now and to give me help during that. It feels a lot like that scene from Deadpool where Ajax and his goons pop in and the whole bar has Weasel's back. I mean, I hope that in my time in this community, I have, in some minute way, positively impacted all of you, just remotely at all. Because you guys have, this week and the years before that, just in so many ways positively shaped and changed mine, and saved it this week. When September comes around, I cannot wait to bring this hope towards doing something bigger and more impactful going forward to other things. I can't wait to try and live the ideals of Scarlet Spider Comics, and more so the ideals of this community with you guys once things are hopefully improved. And I mean, to Bogo, to every gravedigger, to Mr. Heartgrave, bottom of my heart, just thank you. Keep digging.
Just want to give a big thank you out to Scarlet Spider Comics for supporting this channel for so long, and thank you to everybody who was able to donate or who has sent positive thoughts Taylor's way in the comments or has reached out in any other way. Thank you so much for helping them out. And let's talk about the week in Marvel Strike Force. So the first thing that came in was the Annihilation team. If you missed it, the team is going to be comprised of 3 new characters and 2 reworks. The reworks for Silver Surfer and Ultimus, and then we're going to get Thanos, Endgame, Gore, and Gladiator. Okay. There's not much to get into as far as like the specific kits and what they do and all that kind of crap. Just what you need to know is that this is the new Arena team. And if you don't have Mephisto, you can probably use this team to beat him. But really, the meta is going to be the 3 new characters, Thanos, Gladiator, Gore. And then you're probably going to use like Apocalypse and Mephisto. Silver Surfer and Ultimus are like the Photon and Doctor Strange of this. So I see a lot of people out there like, hey, I'm going to take Silver Surfer and Ultimus into Dark Dimension. Hey, I'm going to put, all my gear on them. I'm going to give them all their tier 4s. You're probably not going to use them at the end of the day. I don't regret my investment so much in Photon. She comes in handy here or there. And I feel like Silver Surfer is going to kind of be the more useful of the two between Ultimus and Silver Surfer. But don't get too excited thinking that like Silver Surfer and Ultimus are now like going to be meta. They're just going to be like optional. Maybe Whale and Kraken only kind of things, or I don't know. But you're going to need a heavy investment in Thanos, Endgame, Gladiator, and Gore. Those characters are Dark Dimension characters. And there might be one that you want to leave out, but look, that's for later on in the video. I'm going to give you my full Dark Dimension 7. I have the full plan now. I haven't had that since I stopped making videos on a daily basis, but we've got the full plan now. It's going to be what I'm using. It's what I would suggest that you use as of right now with the information that we have. Next patch, it might change, but for right now, this patch, I've got it worked out. That'll be later on in the video. The next thing that dropped was Isotope 8. Purple ISO 8 is the new hotness, and this is going to gate off the next Dark Dimension. They've announced that Odin is going to be for the next Dark Dimension, and they're going to have to put Purple ISO 8 on everybody. Now, it's a little disappointing the traits they picked for that. I don't know if I have the blog here that outlines it or not, but the traits that they've outlined, at least to start with, are like City Villain and City Hero. And that is really disappointing, at least as far as City Hero goes. And so these powers are kind of disappointing too. We have nothing game changing here, although this is just level 3 purple. Level 5 purple might be where the real power is going to be gated, as it is with all the other levels. So this level 3 isn't really going to be much of a game changer. Striker is just really brain dead, just more damage. Fortifier is still a crap class. Healer is still nonsensical. Skirmisher becomes even more important. Skirmisher is not diminished at all. Now level 3 purple Skirmisher is an extra 50% focus. This is going to be even more important for those characters that have blind, ability block, stun. You're not going to be able to get away from putting Skirmisher on people who drop status effects. It's just going to be that way until the end of time. They're doubling down on that. And then Raider is okay. It's just kind of like more Raider, kind of like Striker, but more Raider. And they all come with the plus 15 max health bump and like a max 6% to all your stats. And okay, yeah, here's the Dark Dimension 8 news. And they're telling you it's going to be Odin and that Professor X is probably going to be part of Battle World or some crap. And the traits are going to be City Villain, City Hero, Global Hero, Global Villain. Global Hero, Global Villain is not a problem. But City Villain or City Hero is the one that kind of makes me wonder. I'm not going to want to put Isotope 8 purple on Spider Society. As good as they are, they're still a very like defensive kind of niche team that's probably going to drop off. It's not going to hold in the meta. Like Superior 6, I don't have a problem dropping Isotope new gear on, right? Purple Isotope 8 on. I don't have a problem with that. The only problem is that no Dr. Octopus, no Green Goblin, right? Like that's kind of weird. No Dr. Octopus, no Green Goblin. I have to take 2 non-optimal Superior 6 members or Sinister 6 members and put this purple Isotope 8 on them. I really don't know who else it would be. It's too soon to get too worked up about this, but it's potentially irritating. The splitting city between villain and hero is like one of the worst traits to do that with. Now, we might get some respite for City Hero if that the vampire killer team comes out and it's mostly city heroes or city villains. Then we could be okay here. I'll that's the team I'd want to put the extra, purple Isotope 8 on. And you don't have to have the characters at gear tier 19, although it probably really helps. I don't know. It's kind of funky. It's potentially upsetting, but right now we don't have any of that stuff. Plus, the other problem here is that there's no place to use mythic characters at all. And you're going to want to put the new Isotope 8 on mythic characters. However, they can't be used at all. Now, it can't just be me getting upset about this. So I'm just going to try not to give a fuck about this right now, because as far as we know, they're going to entirely change this once the Whales and Kraken start bitching about it, which, it takes them a minute. They're not exactly always the smartest bunch right off the jump. Nothing disparaging against them, but look, I've just noticed you guys work on a fucking delay. Like, this stuff comes out, and then the bitching starts like a week later, and then finally we get the change like a month later. So just keep your eye on this. I think it's kind of fucky that mythic characters aren't involved in this, and only legendary characters. And that cuts out a lot of the best characters in the game that you want to put Isotope 8, the newest gear, the newest stuff on. And this is going to encourage you to not do that, which is kind of I guess you can use mythic characters. It just says non-legendary. So I guess you can use mythic characters everywhere, which I guess means you can use Black Cat for city villain, which is good. I don't know. No, she's just a legendary. She's not a mythic. I don't know. I get confused with the whole fucking mythic, non-mythic thing. So you can use Skrull. So global villain, non-legendary, would be Skrull. I will have to check the fine print on this, but I think maybe actually it's a fine thing. Forget what I just said, okay? Maybe it's all actually fine, except City Hero is still kind of a fuck you, but we'll see depending on what that Vampire Slayer team is. Finally, we got the new blog, and Ares is coming for money. Boy, they really want money for Ares, and it makes sense because War is such a paywalled game mode anyways. They may as well charge you for Ares and his diamonds and his red stars. What's weird here is they don't tell you what currency his red stars will be. Whether he'll be, I assume that he's going to be dark promo credits because of the way that they're acting, the way that they're telling you can't just get him normally with like normal credits and he won't be in the normal orbs. His red stars are only going to be available like on paid battle passes, and you got to collect a bunch of weird shit to get them. It's kind of like, it's more Captain Britain fuckery is what it is. And I'm not surprised, especially when it comes to War, which is like the most paywalled game mode in this game. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying battle passes for him or if I'm just going to kind of, I wouldn't say boycott it. That sounds too strong. Just not give a fuck is what I'm going to do. I'm just not going to care about this Ares shit because it seems very greedy. Anything that just anything that gives off such a fucking greed vibe just turns me off of it. I just don't care. The less greedy something is, actually, the more likely I am to throw money at it, which is crazy, right? I don't know. But they give off that greed vibe, and I just get real weirded out. We have an event that is going to want you to use campaign energy right after another event that was asking you for campaign energy. I actually stopped early on the other event. I started hoarding up my campaign energy as soon as I saw this come in, because we're going to want to, these are the event orbs you're going to use to get the new purple isotope 8 that you're going to use to go get Odin. Why the fuck do we even want Odin? What's Odin going to do? Is Odin going to also impact the arena? How the fuck does that work? I don't know, man. I feel like we don't know enough about Odin to even care. Will he have a team? Historically, Dark Dimension characters, you know, Dormammu, Doom, Mephisto, they don't really have teams that they go on. But Odin seems like he's gonna, like, you're gonna want to pair him with Thor, right? I don't know, man. Look, they're just really doing lazy shit right now. Like, everybody wants Odin, so they're like, fine, have Odin. Everybody wants Professor X, fine, have Professor X. Everybody wanted Captain Britain, fine, have Captain Britain. They're just giving the community the shit that it's been asking for and hoping that they'll buy it. That really seems like the strategy. You're also going to want to use incursion energy. That's probably not as important because it's the web milestone. And then they're going to have another fucked up alliance war event, which will be fine. Your alliance will complete it or not complete it, depending on how much your alliance sucks. There's going to be an Agatha Harkness blitz. Another thing I saw people talking about, which I don't understand. I don't know where the fuck they're getting it from. But people are saying that the Old Man Logan trial is going to start this week. And I don't know where the fuck people are getting. Maybe it's a data mine or something. I have no fucking idea. But if the Old Man Logan event comes back this week, free-to-play people are kind of fucked because we haven't had enough time to farm leader. I don't know. We've been able to get Iron Patriot up to 7 stars because he's been in that spotlight orb, and every 10 of those that you pull, you get 50 Iron Patriot shards. Now, what I would say is they do put other farmable characters in those spotlight raid orbs, and so when they switch over to Paviter in the spotlight orb from Iron Patriot, maybe they will put leader in there as well. And that would be good. He'll be at a lower percentage rate, but if he's in there and you've been hoarding those up, that could be helpful. Now, he won't be in the arena orb. It sucks that Penny Parker's going into the Cosmic Crucible store because now it's less likely that you will get leader to show up in the Cosmic Crucible store, because that's the one we all need to farm. We all want a 7-star leader like this week. And they're making it very difficult to do that. Plus, we're not getting any information about when Illuminati go into the orbs. I've been hoarding up my premium orbs, my mega orbs, in the hopes that Illuminati would enter those orbs before the Captain Britain event is over, in the hopes that maybe I will get lucky and be able to get 5 stars on those characters. They seem to really not want you to do that without money, though. So I'm guessing that's just not going to happen in the next few days. That event only runs for the next few days, and it looks like we're getting no farmability on those characters. And it looks like maybe we might get a little bit more farmability on Leader. If we're lucky, maybe he will be in the new Spotlight raid. I don't know how long they're going to let the Logan event run for, or what kind of offers. They've already put out one offer for $20. I could kind of guarantee that I got 7 stars on Old Man Logan. But I said, fuck you. I didn't do that because I'm thinking that they'll put out other offers while Old Man Logan is up that will maybe give me a better value for my dollar, or maybe they'll run a calendar. They normally run a calendar where they give out shards. So I'm just kind of seeing how it plays out. And I'm not going to stress out about it too much. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea. Here's something to note. If you're hoarding out there, all you hoarders out there, please note that all the Greek raid orbs will be removed from the store. So make sure you open all of your Greek raid orbs like right now. Like do that right now, because I don't know when the fuck they're going to take those away, but they're going to take them away soon. Iron Patriot is going to the War Store. So if you haven't already and you need stars on Iron Patriot for Old Man Logan, remember he has to be 7 stars if you want 7 stars on Old Man Logan. Open those Spotlight raid orbs now before they switch over to Spider-Man so that you can get 7 stars on Iron Patriot. I made sure to do that myself, and you should do that too. And that is about it for the blog. I don't think there's any other, hidden information in here. I think it all is as it is. Spend a lot of campaign energy. You'll do well on the event. There's going to be a purple Isotope 8 event store, which is interesting, which is going to let you buy, it's going to let you buy the level 3 ions and crystals. I would suggest only buying the purple Isotope 8 in that store. Do not fall for the other stuff. Just focus on that, because no matter what level of the game you're at, you're going to want to stock up on that. The other stuff is just going to be handed to you over time. And we got some more Queen's Entourage and Pim Pal orbs coming in with Pool Party Week 2. Maybe that'll be enough for some of us to get 5 stars on Pim and Shuri while the Captain Britain thing is running. But I don't know, man. Let me know down in the comments below if you've been able to get the 5 stars free to play. It's very unlikely. Enjoy the rest of this video. Let's go live. Let's go do some Cosmic Crucible with the Gravediggers and keep digging. Let's do an arena attack. Looks good. I think I'm looking forward to a new arena meta. I don't think I'm going to mind having a new arena meta. I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm kind of sick of this shit. Old Man Logan taking over was fun for a minute, but it's become pretty irritating. All right, we got a stun Black Knight. I think I'm like 75% to win this. There's a couple of factors that this is a good thing. Hitting ability block on Apocalypse right here is good. You can't always do that. And then we are going to hit... we're going to hit Super Scroll as the primary target. If we can stun Super Scroll, it's good, but I couldn't stun him there. But I am just going to full kill Old Man Logan. That's really what you want to do right there. Now, I've got a Super Scroll running around. That's okay. I have revives. So even if Super Scroll gets to do his ultimate, I will be able just to revive on out of it. If he didn't have Safeguard, I could rip right through him right here, but he has Safeguard, so I won't be doing that. We are going to just hit the basic on Dormammu. Dormammu's probably going to die right here. Doesn't matter. All right, so that's where the revives come in, and now it is 4-on-1 Super Scroll, and Super Scroll's doomed, and we have won. Ultimus seems usable. I'm calling Ultimus a nothing burger. I'm saying Ultimus is not going to be part of that team. Ultimus and Silver Surfer, I don't think they're part of the new arena meta. I just really don't. They might play into Cosmic Crucible, but I really feel like they're the Photon and Doctor Strange of the group. All right, let's go over to Cosmic Crucible and see what's going on. It's Cosmic Crucible time. So I've got a couple of things I like to do. Is this the one that sucks? Oh, this is the one that screws me up. I don't like Spider Society and Black Knight in room 4 is a pain in the ass. You see, what I would normally do here is I would normally use Tangled Web Secret Defenders, but this room messes this counter up. This counter doesn't work in this room because you can't ultimate with 2099, and you can't ultimate with Spider Weaver either, and you need to do both of those things. So that screws me up. Okay, all right. Thankfully, they gave me an Infinity Watch in 6. Thankfully, they gave me an Infinity Watch in 6, which is good. So I can go after that. I know what to use on that, and it's cheap. So on this one, I can go with Eternals and North Star, basically. And this is a good cheat code. So let's go get this. This is a good start. If this works, then, and it should work. I don't think this fails. I don't think there's a planet where this fails. Just sometimes it gets a lower efficiency than it should. I'm hoping for a high efficiency on this. All right, we take some damage from Nebula, but she gives everybody energy, which is cool. Doesn't really matter. Can't really hurt us. Okay, we are going to remove Revive Once from everybody. That is crucial. So we got rid of that. And now I'm going to go ahead and pop the ultimate, which is nice. That's really going to help, actually. Ultimate. Beautiful. And that's going to get rid of some of that. We're going to reduce some turn bar over here, which is nice. And Icarus is definitely going to hit twice because Gamora is almost dead anyways. I don't think he's not going to get a second kill, but they are very dead. And we will reduce some turn bar, probably kill... No, we're not going to get Moondragon, but North Star might get her because this has multiple hits. And now we got Phyla-Vell. As long as I make Phyla-Vell the primary target, I'm going to get rid of her, which means no Barry. Oh, he's just going to kill both of them. All right, that's it. Done. So high efficiency. That worked out great. It's my favorite team against Infinity Watch right now. So that was an easy start. I knew what to do there. For that for the Spider Society team, I'm going to have to add something to that team to get it to work right, which is upsetting to say the least. This is nothing over here. They don't have Black Knight. I think I can just take that out with New Warriors. Believe it or not, I think this is just a New Warrior situation. Because I've taken them out with New Warriors even with Black Knight. I'm not missing anything here, right? Raider characters, clear ability block. Yeah, this is fine. Because they're slow. As far as I remember, this team's like super slow. I should be able to eat this up with new warriors. This is going to free up a lot of stuff for me to theory craft the other rooms out. Being able to use new warriors just frees up so much offense. And I've got Illuminati. Illuminati is going to be on Old Man Logan, so that's kind of a no-brainer too. We can do that one next. I'm not going to move that one around because if it does what it does really well, I tend to just keep doing what it does. If I find a really good counter, I'm just going to use that every time. We're going to go over here on the left with the ultimate from Firestar, and that's going to just start up the Death Parade, or at least it should soon. We'll go ahead and just special. It's not exactly what I wanted, but here, this ultimate from Cloak should get some kills. And now Deathpool's going to go crazy and get even more kills. We get the Dagger ultimate, which is great. And even more death occurs. All right, now it's Captain America on his own. And if it comes down to just hitting him with Deathpool's ultimate, that's going to take him out. He gets one turn, which is absolutely useless and pointless for him. And then he gets instantly killed by Deathpool. All right, that's great. All right, using new warriors was fantastic. This guy's defense is super light. He's doing a couple of things that are smart, but it's not enough. I'm looking at potentially a very high efficiency score. I haven't seen Quicksilver in here with Old Man Logan. That's kind of interesting. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's going to help him. I don't think it's going to change anything that's going to happen here. I'm still coming in. This doesn't stand a chance. Illuminati's really good. All right, we're going in. And this also frees up a bunch of stuff. I think the next thing I'll look for is what I'm going to use my Cabal Masters of Evil on. Find a good room for that. I guess I could throw it against Dormammu and just nuke that out. Or maybe I'll do it on the... I thought I saw a Superior 6. I'm not really sure if I did or not. I'm going after Old Man Logan. Yeah, we just want Old Man Logan. We want to ability block and trauma him. That's going to really nerf out Old Man Logan. It's going to prevent him from getting revived, which is going to be crucial. Because now we can just kill him. We'll go ahead. They put this in the ultimate room too, so I just get to ultimate all over these guys. That's ridiculous. All right, here comes the ultimate from Mr. Fantastic, which along with Black Bolt is just going to nuke these guys out. I think Old Man Logan's gone. Yeah, this is killer. I am going to go for the missiles from Iron Man just so I nuke everybody out. Just go for the high efficiency score. Quicksilver gets a turn. That's unfortunate. He gets a couple of turns. And then Black Bolt gets to ultimate, and that is going to end this. It's over. All right, beautiful. Brilliant. Bad room for that, actually. I think giving Illuminati all their ultimates is a really bad idea if that's what people are going to use against it. I don't know if that's common or not, but it sure has become common for me. Okay. Oh, I have so much now and so little to go through. So I've got 3 rooms and I've got all the big guns. I got everything. All right. I just want to throw something at this that can permanently kill and make Dormammu not a factor is what I want to do. And I feel like the best thing to do is just Cabal this. Because they have they have a lot of permanent kill. Like Kang. Kang's ultimate will just wipe this out, and I'm going to get a very high efficiency, so that's where we're going to go with it. It has some anti-safeguard stuff too. So I think this is perfect. So after this, I can use Superior 6, and then I can make like some kind of super team to deal with anything else. You know what? I'll probably Superior 6 the Alpha Flight. I can't imagine Alpha Flight is going to hold up to Superior 6. I can't imagine. Superior 6 is just going to destroy that. All right, I am going to pull everything off of Dormammu because I don't want him to have immunity and all that kind of junk. We're just going to get rid of it. Should I kill Rogue? I guess I'll just try to kill Rogue. Kill Dormammu. Get Rogue really close. All right, Rogue's dead once, so I just have to kill her again. Most likely, Iron Patriot will take Rogue off the board. She's going to be done. And we're going to aim at Forge. Forge is like the next guy that I want to get rid of. Oh, Rogue's not dead. I didn't get Rogue. It wouldn't matter because Forge would just bring her back anyways. Okay, this is going to get rid of Rogue and Forge. And then we'll just aim at Nightcrawler for the follow-up. We're just going to kill everybody twice. We're not even going to permanently kill everybody. It's just not even a problem. This removes Revive once, right? Or is it his ultimate? I think it's his ultimate that does Revive once. We have to kill Forge. We can't let him live. So we'll just get rid of Forge. He's out of there. I would love to get... All right, here comes Kang. Yeah, Kang is going to permanently kill both of them. And then we're out. It's done. It's over, guys. I saw people breaking up Cabal and Masters of Evil, but I really like this hybrid team. It just does what they do, but like twice as good if you combine them. It's really nice. I'm loving it. And yeah, chat, I don't know about Ultimus with Cabal with Kang. Is Ultimus going to be better than Titania? Titania gives Kang more damage, right? I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. Maybe if you want to, but I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. So now I have Spiders. Spiders is a bigger threat than this Alpha Flight. So all I got to do with Alpha Flight, I don't want to go too light on it. But I can just Superior 6 it. I'm pretty sure you can just Superior 6 right through this Alpha Flight. That's what I'm going to do. I don't think I need to add to it. I don't think I need to overthink it. I think it's just going to be Superior 6 on Alpha Flight. Superior 6 nukes Alpha Flight. Game over. The end. That's it. It's easy. The easiest thing I can possibly do. Sometimes the simple answer is the correct answer, and I can't believe that this isn't the answer. And we should have a hell of an efficiency score on these attacks too. We've been doing very, very well. All right, so Vulture's coming in. It's all about the Green Goblin ultimate. That's what's going to do it. That does it. That's a huge nuke. And then the Lizard ultimate is going to be big here too. We're going to strip a lot of buffs right here. Oh, this team's almost dead. I'd like to have a Disrupt. We're going to go ahead and ability block North Star over here. Not that he's not going to get a turn. These guys are not going to take turns. They're gone. I'm just going to hit Wolverine. I'm not going to even bother. Here, Vulture kills everybody. It's done. This is a done deal. Yeah, this team sucks. Don't put Alpha Flight on defense, guys. There's no reason to do that. Well, you know what? Wolverine took a turn, though. They are doing better on efficiency than I thought they would. They are lasting a little tiny bit of time. They were irritating. They were a little irritating. That's about it. All right, that is easy. Beautiful. All right, last room, and now I don't have to worry about this at all. I do not have to worry about the spiders at all. You see, if I would have started with this and I would have thrown this Secret Defender team at it, I would have lost and it would have sucked. But now, since I was able to use New Warriors, I was able to free up like the best team in the game. Now, the only question here is if I want to put on... I could put on, like, Miss Marvel Hardlight and Black Cat. I like Doom against spiders, though, actually. Doom against spiders is actually pretty good because they usually trigger them. And then things are really done. And I like Panda because you can't kill him until you kill Old Man Logan, and they're not going to kill Old Man Logan. I probably don't need to overthink this. But I'm going to overthink it anyway, aren't I? I could put Black Cat and Ghost Rider in here. You know what? Black Cat and Ghost Rider sound really good. That's like my arena team. One of my arena teams, I guess. Black Cat, Ghost Rider, or Panda Pool Doom. Oh, fine. You know what? I can't... Since I have it, it's really hard not to use it. And now everyone's a striker, too. So I'm getting all the striker bonus from Old Man Logan. Ghost Rider's always good. Okay. Yeah, this is it. And I have 2 heroes, 2 villains. All right. Yeah, there's no way we're not going to win this. I just wanted to win it with the highest efficiency possible. I think this is going to get that. It's going to be the most efficient thing I can do on this. Full nuke. I guess I'm a little worried about pulling a Super Scroll into a Black Knight. But I don't really think it's going to be a problem. Because we have Old Man Logan for the follow-up. So we've got that going. That's going to remove... I couldn't get the immunity off of him. He still takes a turn. That's very irritating. We did get the stun on him with Old Man Logan, and pretty much that's game over. It is done. We'll get the ability block over here on Old Man Parker. Plus a hell of a lot of damage. Yeah, this is brilliant. We got this in the bag. We're going to stun out Robo Spider over here with Black Cat. Yeah, I believe in this. I made the right move. This is a full nuke. Especially in the room, too, because it's that funky room where you don't get your ultimates. So I think it was good to have a little extra power. There we go. Oh my God, this is violent. Brilliant. And this should be the end of that room. All right. Highest efficiency possible. Right here. It's done. That's got to be like a 200 at least. I'm estimating that's going to have like a 200 efficiency on there. All right. What do we got? What are we at? 205. 5205. Dude. See, those are the kind of scores I've been putting up this season. You can't mess with that. Let me show you my defense. I have altered my defense just a little bit. So those are my offensive teams. And then I have that secret defender thing as well. The thing that I changed up over here is I did put... What I'm going to do, actually, I really do like them in the in room number 4. I mean, I'm torn because I like Hive Mind in here too because they get to use their ultimates, but they're not getting me wins. And I've seen the Spider Society get wins in room 3. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to move Spider Society over to 4. I do like that. And then I went ahead and put Dormammu in 6. But yeah, the main change I made is I did move this Black Knight Spider Society into 3. But I'm thinking that should probably go over to 4. And I don't really know. I think my worst defensive team is Pegasus. If I was going to replace something, it would be Pegasus. It seems like people are countering that. I think you can throw new Warriors at it. Any team that can be beaten by new Warriors is basically a horrible team now and needs to be replaced. But I don't really know what to replace it with. With that being said, with that out of the way, I think it's time to go over and check out Dark Dimension. I have the full plan for Dark Dimension 7, and I want to bring that to you in this video. So let's go over there now. And let's have a look at the full plan for Dark Dimension 7. This is where I have landed. And the reason why I like this plan better than anything else out there right now is because it has 5 bio, 5 mutant, 5 mystic, 5 skill, and 5 tech. It's perfectly balanced, right? Absolutely perfectly balanced, and I'm very, very happy about that. So what I did to get there, and you can see some of it on the screen already, is for city, and I'm sticking to this. Now, this is what I did. This is what I'm doing. Sometimes I realize that I've made some mistakes. At this point, I don't feel like I've made any mistakes. I feel like I've made the perfect moves. I waited. I actually did play it slow. Instead of building characters for city right away, I waited a bit. And that helped me make some better decisions in global as well. So what I did for city was Robbie and Hardlight. Now, I think Hardlight is a character that not a lot of people are taking in. They're probably leaning more into taking Extreme X-Men into global or something like that. But I feel that Robbie and Hardlight are going to last a little longer in the meta, or potentially at least as long. I mean, we've seen how long Darkhold has held on in the meta of this game. I feel like Secret Defenders is going to do the same thing. And it seems to be holding true. When we stop using Secret Defenders on offense, like we just saw, I didn't use Secret Defenders on offense. You can start using it on defense. And it's going to work out very, very well. Thanks for the sub chat. So I went with that, and I went with Superior 6. I stayed away from Spider Slayer. I think I went on a rant about this last week. I'm not a big fan of Spider Slayer anymore. I think he's a crap character. So I've switched over to Vulture. I'm fully Team Vulture now. I was resistant at the start, but I went into that, and I feel it was a really good decision. Now, the good news about City is, from experience and what everyone's saying, is that City nodes are extremely easy to beat. So you can kind of take any characters you want in there, and you're going to have a good time. However, yes, my quote was, Spider Slayer is a character made out of ass, which is absolutely true. The opposite of the city nodes are going to be the global nodes. I hear the global section is the hardest section in the game. Now, I'm hoping to get good mileage out of Cabal, along with Shuri, Black Panther, and Black Knight. I feel like that combination is going to be my best bet. And I'm about to go. I have not been able to test that combination yet to see how good it is or how bad it is. We're very close to doing that. But I feel like for traits and for value, you know, I don't think there's any argument saying that Black Knight isn't going to be one of the most valuable characters in this game forever. So I think he's very good to go into. And then I really like focusing on Cosmic Crucible characters. So focusing on Cabal, who are so damn good, I can't ever see them leaving the Cosmic Crucible meta. Probably Cabal is going to be a top Cosmic Crucible offensive meta for like the foreseeable future, and it will never go away. So I'm a big fan of them, even though it's some traits that, you know, you could be using elsewhere. I really like them right there with those characters, with Leader, with Iron Patriot, with Namor. I'm a big fan of that. I'm very happy with that decision so far. And I went in for Black Panther Shuri. Now, I was a little convinced to do Black Panther Shuri because of the event that was running. Actually, as of the recording of this video, is still running, where you got some extra points if you had gear tier 19 on Black Panther Shuri. So I went ahead and I put tier 19 on Black Panther Shuri. And I feel like Illuminati is another team that's going to hold insane value in Cosmic Crucible for like a very long time. I feel that team is stable for like the next year in Cosmic Crucible. I don't think they're going anywhere. So I'm confident in an investment in them. I would do more Illuminati characters. And in fact, I am going to, I do have Black Bolt scheduled on there for Legendary, and I'm going to stand by that. I think actually now, after I've assessed it for a long time, Iron Man is the character that you're going to drop. I was kind of thinking that Black Bolt would be the character that you drop from Illuminati, but he's actually super, super useful. His pings, his extra damage, and the ability to permanently kill characters is kind of crucial for that team to function in Cosmic Crucible. So I would say put the extra power on him. Now here's the news. Here's the part I was waiting for. I was waiting for new cosmic characters to drop, and oh, how they ever did. And not only are they new cosmic characters, but they are new arena meta characters. And so we're taking them in. I don't regret taking a Deadpool or a Deathpool, and I don't regret taking Kang. I think those are still very good choices. Deathpool might be a little frivolous. Honestly, I might rather have Shuri just to have the combination of Icarus and Shuri. I think it is still worthwhile to bring Icarus in. He is always going to be a Cosmic Crucible backup character. I don't always use Icarus in Cosmic Crucible, but when I do, it allows me to get very, very high efficiency scores. If anyone opens the door to him, his ability to basically just one-shot an entire team on this first turn, and that only stays if you keep up with him, if you build him up to tier 19, if you put 3 diamonds on him, if you put Isotope 8, purple on him, make him a striker, then he's going to be able to keep doing that full team nuke. If you don't do that stuff, he's going to fully fall out of the meta. So I think I'm going to keep going with him. I think I'm going to make him part of my team. Maybe by the time I get there, I'll change my mind on that. He's the one I'm most on the fence about. But I was extremely excited when I saw that Thanos Endgame is skill. Thanos Endgame being skill is like the coolest thing that ever happened. The company has done a lot of shitty things recently, but at least they gave us another good skill character. At least they allowed this game to have another good skill character. So I think everybody should be building Thanos Endgame to tier 19. Tier 19, 3 diamonds. And then I would say either take Gladiator or Gore. The other option is to remove a bio from somewhere. However, Lizard is a very good bio character. Leader is a very good character if you're going to take the rest of Cabal. Super Skrull is absolutely necessary. Black Bolt, there's a lot of value in Black Bolt. So your bio slots are pretty much full, especially if you're committing to Cabal for Global. Then I don't really know. It's going to be difficult to work into global character, 2 bio characters into this because we have the traits perfectly balanced at 5 apiece. So my plan is to take Gore because I like the character better. I think that's a cooler character. I don't know anything about Gladiator as far as I know they're the better character and maybe Gore is a worse character. Maybe I'll change my mind on that, but I would certainly say take one of them. I would rather have, if traits weren't a thing, I would take Gladiator over Icarus, of course. But since traits are a thing, then I think it's only logical to take Icarus there to get that mystic trait in there, or any other mystic character. If you don't want to take Icarus and you want to take some other mystic character, go right ahead. However, I think the most value is going to be on Icarus to kind of keep that ability to full wipe a team intact. That's my Cosmic. That's the new stuff. Legendary and Mystic is pretty much no-brainer stuff. I think I can't see anybody not doing Black Cat, Green Goblin, Old Man Logan. I guess Rogue is a little... Maybe people will ignore Rogue. I would prefer to have a different mutant legendary. It's got to be a mutant, though. I don't know what other mutant legendary you would take in there. Who's getting more use than Rogue? Out of the mutant legendaries, I think Rogue is the most important one. And I think she has the most stability because of all of her buffs in Cosmic Crucible. Due to the Cosmic Crucible buffs, I think Rogue is going to be your best bet for a mutant legendary, which is what I got space for, right? And then for Mythic, you only need 4 characters, and that's Apocalypse, Super Scroll, Kestrel, because of that skill tech tag, and because of her usefulness. She's probably always going to find her way into the meta of this game. And Dormammu. You could sub out with Doom. I don't know, Doom, Dormammu, I'm kind of on the fence about. I'm using Doom more on offense. I don't know. Doom is probably more in line for a rework than Dormammu is. If you want to bank on that, that's okay. I'm far away from Mystic right now, so I'm not thinking very critically about that, and I might change my mind on that later, but probably not. This is probably it for me. This is my plan. This is what I'm taking into Dark Dimension 7, and it's what I would recommend that you take as well. And that's it. That's my Dark. Any questions? I think it's a good plan. I'm not really looking forward to going into Global. I'm about to go into Global, and that doesn't sound like fun at all. Not Mr. Fantastic? I don't know where I would. Where would I take in Mr. Fantastic? So chat wants to know, why aren't I taking Mr. Fantastic, but I don't know where. Rogue over Nova because of the mutant trait? Yeah, definitely. I don't know where I would... Like, what are we going to do? How are we going to make it work? How are we going to make it work? Where would Mr. Fantastic go? Look, if you wanted to do... I mean, like, man, guys, we're getting crazy over here. All right, look, if you want to mess everything up, let's see if I can make it work. If you want to give me a challenge. You want to give me a... All right, so the challenge is to get Mr. Fantastic in here. So we're going to pull Icarus. Okay? We're going to pull Icarus, and we're going to throw in Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic is... How expensive is he? Is he going to cost us a lot of gear, too? I don't even see him, dude. He's up here. He is more expensive. Is he the same expensive, or he's more so? So we're going to throw in Mr. Fantastic. Now we're starting to monkey wrench things up. Now we have 6 bio. 6 bio, 4 Mystic. So we have to balance that out. Where are we going to pull a bio from? I don't know, guys. And Nova, right? Okay, we're going to pull Rogue, and if we want to use Nova, we're causing all kinds of problems here. And you want to use Nova. Now, I don't even know why you would want to use Nova. I don't even know what the point of that would be. I don't even use Nova. I mean, Nova's not... I'd say Rogue is better than Nova. I'm not even going to entertain that thought. That's crazy. But okay, you want to... That's somewhere we can play around with, though, as Legendary. I'm not dead set on Rogue. I'm not like Rogue is the greatest character of all time, so there's no way to, go do this without Rogue. You can definitely do this without Rogue. But how are we going to make this work? So what are we going to do? I don't care. Nova isn't needed in my Eternals team. It's not necessary. All right. So how are we going to fix this balance now? We got to pull a bio character. We're going to pull a bio character. Who's a disposable bio character? I mean, the easiest one to pull out... I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to pull Leader. But you would pull Leader. Now, if you're going to pull Leader, you're going to pull Iron Patriot, and you're going to pull Namor. You're not going to do either of those characters. All right, now that's going to free up a lot of space. Now you can do Mr. Fantastic that you wanted so badly. All right, because you wanted Mr. Fantastic, now you're going to pull all of Cabal, because you're not going to go in with 2 Cabal. Going in without Leader with Cabal is basically dooming yourself to a year of Global. Global sucks. And you're going to need full Cabal if you want to get through that at all. If you're going to want to get through that at all, then you're going to use Cabal. So then what are we doing on Global now? What are we doing over here? And we're also, why would we do Mr. Fantastic over Gladiator? Why are we prioritizing Mr. Fantastic, which is a team that works? I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't go out of my way to do that. All right, Here's what I would do then. Oh my God, dude, you're really causing problems. You know what? I'm not set on Kang. I'm not set on Kang. I'm not set on Deathpool. So what we can do then is we can go over here to Cosmic. We're going to put in Gladiator. Okay, we're going to put in Gladiator. We're going to put in Mr. Fantastic because that's what we have a hard on for, apparently. We're going to put in Mr. Fantastic. We want more Illuminati. I think what you're telling me is you want more Illuminati. Is that what you're saying? Is that the goal of this chat, is to get more Illuminati characters? If you got Black Bolt, if you got Shuri, if you got Mr. Fantastic, is that enough Illuminati characters for you? Do you need Hank Pym too? Is Pym okay? Getting Pym into Global would be better than Mr. Fantastic. Why? I don't even see the value in Pym. When I do an Illuminati attack, it's Black Panther Shuri right off the top. Right? Mr. Fantastic hits, Black Bolt cleans. Pym is an afterthought. As long as he's standing there, you don't need him to be big. He doesn't do damage. He doesn't do shit. So why am I putting gear tier 19 on him? I got 6 fucking bio characters, guys. What are we doing? You can't remove Super Scroll. No one in the right fucking mind. You guys are pissing me off. No one in the right fucking mind is going to remove Super Scroll from their plan, right? So who are we removing? Are you removing Lizard or are you removing Black Bolt? The fucking House of Cards is falling down, chat. Do you see the problems you've caused? Do you see how fucking elegant and perfect my plan was? And how fucking disastrous this one is? You're going to pull fucking Lizard. All right, now we're going to pull fucking Lizard. Now we need another goddamn city character. Holy shit. All the cards are on the floor. The entire House of Cards is collapsed. We fucked everything. Plus, you're going to ask a lot of us to travel in time now. So now a lot of us have to travel in fucking time, which I can't do, by the way. Now what the fuck are we doing? I got to find mystic characters. What mystic characters am I taking into Dark Dimension 6? You've caused me a problem where now I need mystic characters. Where the fuck are my mystic characters coming from? What mystic characters am I taking in here? Do I have any Mystic City characters? Where are all the Mystic City characters? Which Mystic City character are you going to take in? Fucking Mysterio? He's tech. He's not Mystic. There's no fucking Mystic City characters. Fucking Gwenpool? Dude, New Warriors is dead. I'm not recommending that shit. Fucking Moon Knight. You're going to take fucking Moon Knight. You're going to bank. All right, sure. Fuck it. You're going to fucking bank. I was going to do this. Look, seriously, in all fucking dead seriousness, I was going to do this. I was going to take Moon Knight. Noir? Dude, you're going to fucking take Noir into City? Good fucking luck with that. How long do you think he's going to be meta for? Jesus Christ. All right. Moon Knight. Guaranteed going to be meta in this game. I don't know for what. At some fucking point, he's going to be part of a meta team, though. I don't know what that fucking team will do or when the fuck it'll arrive. But if you want to bank on that shit, I mean, look, this is a good thing to do because this is like the plan for like 2 months from now or 3 months from now. 3 months from now, this might be my recommendation. I don't want to say fucking crazy. I don't want to say this is entirely fucking crazy because 3 months from now, 6 months from now, I might very well recommend this plan and I might be like, hey, this is what I would do now. What I would do now is what I just fucking showed you because it was goddamn brilliant. This is fucking, speculative. All right, so now we got fucking Moon Knight in City, which is a fucking crazy town, by the way. I mean, I was going to do it, but then they started announcing all these other teams before the Vampire team. Like, the Vampire team is, like, never fucking coming. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the next team. I don't know when the fuck we get that Vampire Killer team. So what do we do with Global now? Global's all fucked to shit, and we need more Mystic characters. We need Mystic characters and Tech characters. We need Mystic and Tech characters. I guess you're going to fucking take Hank Pym for no goddamn reason. I guess that'll make you guys happy. Fucking Hank Pym. Why not? Why the fuck not? Take Hank Pym. So now you got Hank Pym in there. You've got your Illuminati bigger than any Illuminati ever needs to be. Great. And your Cabal is just fucking, Cabal is the one that's going to... God damn it. All right, so Illuminati is brand new. It doesn't even need to be that big to kill everything. Fucking Cabal is aging. So you're going to want the fucking gear on Cabal to keep it up with the times, right? To keep up with power creep. But no, you're going to fucking go in on Illuminati that literally doesn't need you to go in on it because it does everything it fucking needs to do. It doesn't even need to be tier 19. But fine. We're going to fucking tier 19 Hank Pym. Where are my mutants coming from? Where the fuck are my mutant characters? There's no cosmic mutants. So the rest of your 2 mutant characters now have to be global. So your 2 fucking mutant characters now have to be global. What mutant characters do you believe in? You're going to take Gambit. You're going to take Gambit because he's 3 diamonds and he's in every fucking team and he's Gambit. So you're taking Gambit, and then I'd say North Star. Right? I mean, you could take Nightcrawler and be delusional. Or, I mean, you can also fucking take Quicksilver. I mean, like, I would love to work Quicksilver in here. But look, you're probably taking North Star. Can I take Quicksilver? No, you're taking fucking Hank Pym. You've decided to take Hank Pym. All right, can we be slightly intelligent and get Hank Pym out of here? And can we put fucking Quicksilver in here at least? I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why the fuck you're putting tier 19 on Quicksilver, for fuck's sake. That almost doesn't make any sense. That feels stupid as shit. But he's a good Mystic choice at least. This is where you're at now. So if you want to take Mr. Fantastic into Cosmic, that means you're a dipshit and you're going to take Quicksilver into Global. Okay, that's where you're at. Without Cabal, by the way. Which is where Quicksilver would be best. Is with Cabal. But you've taken the worst fucking global team possible now, by the way. That global team is never getting through global. That global team is going to suffer so fucking much because of the poor decisions that you've just made. You've made horrible fucking decisions. Your city team will be fine. It'll get through. That won't be a problem. You'll still get through there in like a day or 2. But your global team is literally going to take you 6 fucking months to get through that. Because you don't have any characters in there that do any goddamn damage. You're going to rely upon Black Knight and Quicksilver. It's going to fucking suck. This is a bad global squad. This is literally what you took into fucking global chat. Holy shit, dude. Rain Dragon, you're on screen, dude. You just called yourself out. You see, this is why I do the planning and you do the watching, okay? Because you make bad fucking decisions. This is a bad decision. Full Cabal? Full Cabal is a fucking great idea, dude. You've seen how Cabal operates outside of Cosmic Crucible. They're fucking great, especially when they get multiple turns and you got 50 fucking charges on leader. That's a great fucking team. It's a full team, too, and the traits are spread out. I'm a fucking genius. All right, so let's finish this goddamn thing. We got 2 more characters. We need 2 tech characters. How the fuck do we need 2 tech characters? How did we get 5 traits? I don't even understand how we don't... Oh, we have to take a tech legendary? Jesus. So now we have to take a tech legendary too. Oh, why don't we take more Cabal? Why don't we take fucking Iron Man for no reason? You guys want to take Iron Man for no reason? Fuck me. What tech character are you literally going to take? What is your fucking tech? You're going to take fucking Iron Man, I guess. Iron Man or Dr. Octopus? How fucking crazy are you? You're going to take a Dr... I guess Dr. Octopus would be... Because you're going to drop Iron Man at some point. You're not going to use him forever. And then you're probably going to stick with Kang because you're basic. Right? You're going to take Kang. Because you think that's going to help your dog shit team. You're going to take Kang. So this is the plan that my chat would recommend. I don't even know how to fix this big of a mistake. If this was your fucking plan, I don't even know how to help you. I don't even know how to backtrack out of this. What would you do to fix this? This is so fucking broken. This is a horrible plan. I don't even know what to tell you. My plan was so much better than this plan. This plan is dog shit. All right, here's what you can do. You can start spending a lot of fucking money. Because what we have to do to make this plan work is to get Captain Britain. Where the fuck is Captain Britain? Is he global? I don't even know what Captain Britain looks. And he's a mystic. Oh, fuck. Captain Britain's a mystic. Bro. All right, we get Quicksilver the fuck out of here. Fuck Quicksilver, and we get in Captain Britain. All right, at least now we have a good character. So now there's a good character in Global. Now you got some. Now I hear that he kind of sucks in Global, but at least he's there. I don't know about this Gambit fucking North Star team up. I already got Gladiator in here with Mr. Fantastic. Like, I made sure that happened. You're not going to take Mr. Fantastic over Gladiator. You're going to do them both. That would be the real thing to solve, is to try to get all of Annihilators into Dark Dimension. So you're going to spend about $200 just so you can take Captain Britain in. My plan for if you have Captain Britain. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't recommend anybody do this Moon Knight shit, dude. Like, that's your goddamn problem. The problem is mystic characters. Let me detail out the problem, and the problem is mystic characters. You don't have enough mystic characters to fuck around with. So, look, we're going to drop Mr. Fantastic. You got to get the fuck out of here. Get off of Mr. Fantastic. Because you want Lizard. You don't want to bring in Moon Knight up to tier 19. He's literally fucking useless right now. Maybe tomorrow he's got a use. But all right, if I wanted to take Captain Britain in, which I feel like, maybe people want to do that. Hey, Mobile Gamer Raid, we are talking Dark Dimension. I've been lecturing my chat on what a fucking bad idea that they had to not go with my plan. I gave out a brilliant plan. I had a fucking brilliant plan. And then they started saying, oh, I want to take this guy and I want to take that guy. And they've destroyed my plan. They've rendered my plan. My brilliant plan has been smashed to pieces. And they've replaced it with this horrible, stupid plan that makes no sense. So this is crazy. Chad is saying that they have Ares already on their battle pass. Yeah, if you are in Australia, you would have the Ares battle pass right now. If you are in Australia. That is not actually abnormal, chat. You need to drop it with the conspiracy theories. That's actually fine. Because in Australia, it's already tomorrow. And tomorrow we all get Ares as a battle pass, right? It's very simple. Now my chat is going on about a Gear 19 Punisher, and that's just crazy. Look, you got to forgive my chat. It's full of a lot of people we don't normally talk to. Let me get the watching number on the screen. There we go. That's going to jump up soon. We had 26 people. Now we've got like 200 people. Look, do we want to roll this back to what? All right. How much further do we want to go with this experiment? Can my previous chat admit that I was absolutely correct yet? Or do we have to carry on with this insanity? So I need a mystic character for Cosmic still, or a mystic character somewhere. Like, where am I going to throw a mystic character? All right. Here's where you can throw a mystic character in. If you want to do a plan like this, then I think the best thing to do would be to throw a mystic character, take Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay over Rogue. If you value Morgan Le Fay over Rogue, then you can put Morgan Le Fay in Legendary, and then a tech character is going to be easier to slot in. I mean, we can bring Hank Pym back. Like, honestly, I don't know if you need a tier 19. We can't mess around with, the problem with mutants is that there's no good cosmic mutants. It's a real problem, actually. So you're kind of stuck with your mutants. I found a way around having a bunch of mutants in global. I actually worked that out. We have figured that part out. The mutant you want to bring into global is Namor. The best mutant character in this game right now is Namor. Is that understood, guys? Did we miss that? I feel like maybe I'm talking crazy here, but I think it's true. The best mutant character in this game to invest high-level gear in is Namor. He's 100. He's the best one. He's the most stable. Namor is going to be meta in this game for longer than any other mutant character that exists right now. Now, when the Professor X drops, and if they're going to do some reworks on some mutant characters, all bets are off, and who the hell knows? It could be anything. But right now, Namor is the single best mutant character. So, all right, I'm done with this thought experiment, guys. You can see why I've done what I've done. Because what I want to do... All right, I'm going to show all the new people here again what my plan is, because I'm pretty happy with it. You want Leader, you want Iron Patriot, and you want Namor. You bet your ass you want Namor. He's the best mutant character in the game, and if you're going to bring Namor and you want a bearable time through global right now, if you're doing Dark Dimension 7 right now, then you're going to want to bring Namor and the rest of Cabal. Because going in there with just 2 Cabal members or 1 Cabal member is going to literally be miserable. It is not going to be fun. And now we have too many bio characters. So now we've got the problem where we got to get rid of a bio character. And that's why I would say only take one of the new Annihilation. I get it, chat. Extreme X-Men would be great to take a full Extreme X-Men team into global. Like, that's a great idea. However, what are you going to do about Old Man Logan? What are you going to do about City? It really helps to bring in Miss Marvel Hardlight into City just for that trait. You don't need to bring in, you don't want to burn up your other traits in City. You don't want to bring extra bio into City. Maybe extra skill into City would be the only thing I would recommend, but I wouldn't really recommend that now, because now we have Infinity War Thanos, who is skill. My chat is saying that Nightcrawler and Sunspot are good to bring in. The problem with Extreme X-Men is that they are going to phase out faster than other things. Extreme X-Men are not going to have the same shelf life that Namor has. All right, chat. Look, no. Miss Marvel Hardlight makes... Can you look at my plan? I'm going to finish my plan so you understand why Miss Marvel Hardlight is where she is. I'll make it very clear to you. And we're going to pull Morgan Le Fay out of here, because honestly, anyone thinking that Morgan Le Fay has more value than Rogue is crazy right now. Rogue is definitely a more high value character than Morgan Le Fay in this game. So we're going to bring Morgan Le Fay back. Now this brings us with 2 Mystic characters for Cosmic. And the 2 Mystic characters that I decided to take, that I am suggesting people take into Cosmic, are going to be... these are debatable. And this is really the thing to solve right here. Because the rest of this plan is solid. Now, if you can name me a good mutant character, a good cosmic mutant character, then I'll agree. We don't need Hardlight and City. But I think it's going to be difficult for you to name me another meta cosmic mutant character. It's not going to happen. Professor X may or may not extend the life of Extreme. It probably won't. It probably will have nothing to do with Extreme characters. Who the hell knows? We have no idea. All right, so what we're going to do then for Cosmic, what I suggested, and I would debate this, but I'm pretty sure it's what I'm doing. Now, I haven't done it yet. I have taken Deathpool to tier 19. but I haven't done Icarus yet. I would debate that one. I don't know what other characters you would, if your goal is to bring Mystic characters into Cosmic, you could do Cosmic Ghost Rider. I mean, I would love to do Cosmic Ghost Rider, but I just don't see the value in it. I think I'm going to get more out of Deathpool and Icarus than I am Cosmic Ghost Rider. I mean, maybe. I haven't found myself leaning on Cosmic Ghost Rider yet more than... I mean, honestly, maybe you could get more out of Cosmic Ghost Rider than you could Deathpool. Maybe. I have more faith that they're going to keep up with Deathpool than they are Cosmic Ghost Rider. I feel that they're going to be more likely to let Cosmic Ghost Rider fall off. You could bring Silver Surfer. I mean, you know what? That's... With the new stat bumps, his rework just isn't that incredible. It's not that good. But being a part of the Annihilation team has probably upped his value enough that you could put him in there. I mean, you could drop Icarus. You could put in Silver Surfer. I think that's fine. I mean, this might be something I do, quite honestly. I've yet to see the value of Silver Surfer with the new team. Once I see the value of Silver Surfer with the new team, it's very possible that I might switch over to that over Icarus. I still think Deathpool's a good... I mean, the reason why I like Deathpool is because she still anchors new warriors if you want to use them. We're running out of uses for new warriors. That's absolutely true. But if you want to prolong your new warriors, then Deathpool has value. And Deathpool has value on the Mercs for Money team. And Deathpool in general just kind of finds a lot of uses in this game. She's an interesting character that does interesting things. I don't know, but you could convince me away from that. But the rest of this plan, I think, is very good. I think this splits the traits evenly. 5 of each. 5 bio, 5 mutant, 5 mystic, 5 skill, 5 tech. And that's what I like right now. This, I think, is the best disbursement of traits that you can get at this time with this patch. Things might change the next patch. Well, even chat agrees that this is a better plan than chat's plan. I mean, look, I might bring a lot of these extra characters into Dark Dimension 7 for my second run. Now, for my second run, I might find myself adding, Mr. Fantastic in here. I might find myself, bringing a couple other characters up to gear tier 19 that I might want to put Purple Isotope 8 on later on. It's very possible. This, chat is saying that this is the best plan for both traits and out of Dark Dimension use, and I think so at this time. This is what I like right now. And it's laid out for maximum efficiency of traits. That's pretty much what we're doing here. You can do lots of other stuff and screw yourself on other areas. I mean, Dark Dimension 7 is totally tuned to take a full Extreme X-Men into Global. Like, that is absolutely what they want you to do. But then, how are you not taking more mutant characters than 5? You got Old Man Logan and Apocalypse are a must. You got to bring them in. But once you move off of that thought, you're going to free up your global characters, and you're not going to bring in Black Knight. Black Knight is the best skill character right now. I don't know how good, Thanos Infinity War is going to be. But I don't know. Oh my God. I'm being told right now, after you finish your first run. So are they giving you less gear now from finishing a run of Dark Dimension 7? The rewards are terrible. You can't even take another character. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. So maybe I'll be stuck with this. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not in the global section just yet, but I will be in there soon. I'll let you know how it goes when I do. Keep digging. All right, everybody. Hey, how's it going? That was my bit for you. Well, thank you for arguing with me about that, chat. I think it made a very interesting, compelling YouTube segment. that I didn't plan on doing. But it was fun. The thing is, I'll debate with myself like that all day. That's what I do. Black Knight's the best skill character. I think so. I mean, I don't know what better skill character we have. I mean, Black Cat's okay, but she's not as good as Black Knight. That's not even a debate. No one's debating that. How much is the pass? I have no idea. You have to ask someone in Australia how much the Ares pass is. I imagine the same price. Kestrel? Dude, what? Are you from the past? No one thinks Kestrel's better than Black Knight. Nobody does that. I've taken a 2-year break. Oh, no, I'm telling you, Black Knight's the best skill character. No, hands down. Like, that's not no one's going to debate that. Dormammu's frustrating because each mythic node starts with a black cat and removes it. That does suck. That does suck. Yeah, no worries. No, I'll just tell you. Everyone here will tell you Black Knight's the best skill character. Black Knight's the best skill character. Your best mutant character is Old Man Logan. Hands down. Best mystic character is kind of tricky. We don't have a lot of good mystic characters right now. Mystic characters are in short supply. I don't even know if there is a good mystic character in this game right now. There are like no good mystic characters. They're gone. The best mystic team, I don't even know, man. I wouldn't even say Bifrost is the best mystic team anymore. It's supposed to be. I guess Vol? I mean, yeah, you could go back to that. I mean, yeah, I feel kind of stupid, like, not talking about Vol. I did all this talking about Dark Dimension. I didn't talk about Vol. You could look, most people are going to take Vol over Deathpool all day. That's fine. I don't mean to not talk about Vol. I mean, sure. You know what? This version of I'm sorry. Look, retraction. Okay. This version of the plan is probably better. It's a little more conventional. Take in Silver Surfer, take in Vol. I still feel like Deathpool and Icarus are better choices for me right now. But Vol and Silver Surfer, I'm not going to make fun of you for doing that. I actually dropped in on my Patreon today because I'm in a very dark place, and it helped me get out of that dark place. So I really thank everyone who supports me on Patreon. I might really have to start leaning on Patreon because I got a big problem. Okay, let's get into my big problem. That's order of business number 1. The first thing I want to put on this, wherever this is rebroadcasted at, there's one thing I need you to know. There was one thing I desperately need you to know. Yeah, Twitter's stupid. That's not the thing. The thing I need you to know, other than, X/Twitter sucks, which you already know that, is this. This is the most important thing. Okay, I just put out a new video. I poured everything I had into this video. This video took like a week to make. It's insane how much time I spent on making this video. It's a 44-minute video on MJF, detailing his entire career from right before his entire career from when he started wrestling till now. It's a very good video. I think the few that have watched it can testify right here on this stream that it was good. So I just want to get that out in this rebroadcast. If you're watching this pre-recorded, I know the people that are here, you watch this video, what did you think? And know that I can't make another one of these. This is it. This video and the Bryan Danielson video, I can't make another video like that with the views like this. I just can't justify it. A video like this would need to get somewhere around 10,000 views. It just takes way too much time. I love it. I think it turned out great. Both of them did, but these full story videos are they're nuts. The video is awesome. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. You're trying to finish the MJF. Dude, you're trying to finish watching it. Can you imagine what it was like making it? I watched about 10 hours of MJF interviews. Oh my God, dude. I'm MJF'd out. I got Instagram saying that we're going to talk about blood and guts. We're going to talk about blood and guts. But first, we're going to talk about me. It was really intense. Making this MJF video, it was really intense. And then, like, I've got nothing left. I got nothing left. So I see the videos dying. Normally, I would try to make another thumbnail. I tried, like, 6 different thumbnails for Bryan Danielson. And it didn't help. I mean, it might have helped. I have no idea, but it's not good. So, I don't know. It's funny because I just settled on the first thumbnail that I was going to use. The first thumbnail I was going to use is what's on the Bryan Danielson video at this point. For MJF, I got nothing else. My creativity is entirely spent. Oh, YouTube's just hating on me. So I don't know what to do, guys. I'm in a really low place. But I went on Patreon today and I got some love on Patreon. I saw that was going on, and that really helps. But yeah, I might have to do a thing and, like, I don't know. I know that some creators are like, if I get X amount of dollars, I'll make this video. I could switch over to that model. It feels kind of weird. I don't know. I would rather get paid through, like, ad revenue and not directly paid by people. I don't want you guys to be my boss. I don't want you to be like, that video wasn't quite up to your standard there, dude. I kind of want a refund. I don't want to get into that position with you guys. Now, I love MJF still. I think MJF is great, but it was just like the thing with MJF. Well, you're not going to get this in the video. If you watch the video, you're going to get a very enjoyable experience. I would not recommend watching 10 hours of MJF interviews. I really wouldn't. I think maybe the interviews that are best are the ones with Barstool, where, like, he abuses that guy. That one's pretty funny. But a lot of this stuff is repetitive. And that kind of got me. Like, I love MJF, and I put all these bits. I think all the best bits I put in the video where MJF went off his own script. When MJF goes off his own script and is most real, that's when I most like MJF. When MJF is going into one of his routines, I'm like, shut the f up, dude. Like, why doesn't someone shut you up? If I was your interviewer, I would be like, I've heard that. You've said that way so many. Say it a different way. Give me that story, but differently, please. But, you know, it is what it is. Most people are only ever going to watch one of those. Dude, you know what? I kind of look forward to covering the next AEW video game. One of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was power levels. And in Fight Forever, MJF has a very low power level. In Fight Forever 2, MJF's going to be the strongest character in that game, and you know this. Like, Kenny Omega's the strongest character in the original Fight Forever. In Fight Forever 2, it's going to be MJF, dude. MJF's going to be end boss. Yeah, the little girl who attacked MJF, she got a little famous. She got her 15 minutes. It was good. I put that in the video. I put that footage in the video. It's good footage. You don't like that? You don't like me being paid on Patreon? I don't like it either. Just being paid directly, be like, I don't even know what value I would put on a video. $100 a video? That's kind of what I want to make on a video. If I charged $100 a video, I made 2 videos a week. First off, I don't think I have enough people to pay me $200 a video. But if I could make $200 a week, that would be $800 a month. Oh man, I'd be doing great. $800 a month? No, that's not great. I mean, it would be much better. I would take it. I wouldn't be upset with it, but it's not enough for me to quit my job because that's only like $10,000 a year, which I would like to have. It would help me do things. I mean, it would help me pay small bills. I've had that. I've had more than that. I got to figure it out, though. I've basically been losing money. The last month, just to give you an idea of what's been going on, the last month of content, I have basically given up $2,000 to, like, the videos that you see on the channel from the last month, they basically cost me $2,000 to make. I basically spent $2,000. I didn't spend money, but I didn't make the money, if that makes sense. Pretty much from Ray Phoenix on is a labor of love, and that's $2,000 of missed revenue is what you would call it. I took a $2,000 hit to make these videos, which I wanted to do. They're there. I'm proud of them. They don't have to be deleted. They won't be removed. But that's the level of content creator I am. Just to give you an idea of what level of content creation I'm at the level where if I just eat crap for a month, I've lost $2,000. Which is I have a full-time job. That doesn't mean that nobody eats or anything. It just means I lost $2,000. I could have made $2,000. I chose not to. I chose to do this because I love this. And I thought that this would pay off. I had reason to believe this would pay off. But it's been about a month and the experiment's over, guys. Which is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I got to figure something else out. I can't keep doing this. It's been 1 month since it worked. It worked about a month ago. Yeah, 2 months ago was Darby Allin. 1 month ago was the Young Bucks, and that's the one that worked. And I got real excited. When that Young Bucks video hit, I got so excited. I know, there's some really good videos. I'm devastated that I can't keep doing this. I want to keep doing this. I feel like I'm making really good content. I mean, let me know, guys. There's not a lot of you out there. I wish I was talking to more people right now. Something isn't working right now. Things are going to change here in a moment too. Like, I'm also holding out because as soon as AEW is on Max, as soon as the entire AEW catalog is on Max, my channel might blow up. I have no idea. I have no idea what happens when that happens. I have no idea what kind of interest will there be in AEW once they have a streaming service. My channel might get very popular. My channel might get ignored. It might change nothing. I have no idea. I do know that things are going to... The landscape of professional wrestling is going to change once you can just watch all of AEW on TV. So I'm starting to think I want to make videos about what you should watch when you have access to everything. Because soon you're going to have access to everything. And I feel like I should make videos telling you, my music has been too loud this whole time. I apologize for that. I meant to turn my music down. Why didn't you guys tell me that my background music was like hella loud? I do this live so you guys can catch production problems like that. And none of you caught that? Were you hearing me okay? My music was hella loud, dude. My music was so hella loud. I turned it down. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Hopefully that wasn't ruined content. You could all hear me? No one's watching anyways. What the hell does it matter? Well, thank you, Instagram. Thank you. Hey, if all Elite Wrestling would support me in some way, shape, or form, that'd be great. Look, that's another thing, man. The wrestlers, we talk to the wrestlers. And they're like, oh, we want to come on and do interviews. And then they don't. AEW comes to my town and we're like, hey, we would like to come to the media scrums. And they just brick wall us. They ignore us. So I don't know what to do about that. We certainly could have been helped more. And we really could have been helped more with that damn video game. I mean, Fight Forever. Oh my God. Fight Forever really could have supported me better. I mean, I had support from THQ, but I had nothing from AEW Games, and we were like the leading AEW Fight Forever. Okay, not on stream. It wasn't loud. I mean, it was. I can look at the volume was crazy, but I'm glad it was turned down enough. It's just something I normally catch, and I didn't catch it. I'm glad it wasn't bad. When it goes to max, they need to make it bigger than TNA Plus, and I have no idea. I have no idea, Instagram. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like, look, the AEW tape library is crazy good, which is why I want to make some videos about that. Like my next set of videos, I'm going to make a non-documentary video. I got to make something different. This worked, right? The Young Bucks video took off. Those are the kind of numbers I wanted to see. 10,000 views. Perfect. Now, it's disappointing to me that video hasn't just kept going. The way YouTube works right now is it doesn't care about, it wants quantity and not quality. YouTube absolutely wants you just to shit out videos like, all the time. Like maybe 2 a day. That's the kind of creator that they support right now, is a daily content creator. And my content can't be produced on a daily basis. Like, there's no way for me to do that. They'll do long form content, which is why I thought the MJF thing would have a shot, but no shot. I don't know, man. So, yeah, I mean, I was really spurred on by the Young Bucks thing, and then Okada wasn't bad. The Young Bucks follow-up was good. And then I would have settled for, this 1,000 to 3,000 range would have been fine. But under 1,000 for such a long time? Like, the anomaly was Pac. Pac was like an anomaly where it got over 1,000 views, but then everything else has been under. And recently, the last two, Sasha Banks and MJF, are doing horribly. The worst videos I've ever put out. Worse than Daniel Garcia, which was horrible. And these are great videos. So I don't know, man. So anyways, what I wanted to say at the start of this was I made a video on MJF. It's very, very good. Go check it out. I'm at the end of my rope. Right? It is crazy that they wouldn't let... I mean, they have... What's crazy about not letting me into the media scrums is the kind of people they do let into the media scrums. They let in nobodies. They let in literal children. There are literal children who get better access to the wrestlers, media scrums, and resources than I do. I'm over here busting my ass. The wrestlers like my content. The world champion Swerve has retweeted my stuff. I'm so frustrated. I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do when you're literally being repped by Swerve and your channel is still, like, just not hitting right? Like, nothing is working right. So I don't know what to do. So yeah, the next 2 planned videos I have is I think I'm going to do one documentary video, but like really fast. Like what's the style that I was looking for? Like Roosh style. I think Roosh was one of I didn't really watch any. Ray Phoenix, Roosh, those 2 videos. I really didn't watch a bunch of interviews because the guy speaks Spanish, so I can't understand, I don't speak Spanish myself, so I couldn't watch a whole bunch of interviews and get a whole bunch of material, so I was able to just pump those out. Little 10-minute, I think I'm going to do one on Suzuki, probably. Like, here, let's go over to the card tonight. I'm guessing that Jericho versus Suzuki. I don't know why I'm still hung up on reviewing the best match and the worst match. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Oh man, Instagram, I would love it if AEW would like rep me in that. It like actually look, funny. It's funny that Instagram is like, I should call Tony Khan. Like, I literally should. Tony Khan is actually more likely to do an interview on my channel than anyone else. I've looked around. Tony Khan hangs out on micro podcasts with like no viewers. We'll get an interview with Tony Khan. I don't understand what the hell is happening. Like, I guess if you just corner Tony Khan in like a urinal or something, and like, I have a podcast that nobody listens to, he'll come on it. And then all the wrestlers will go on it. I've said here, I've looked at channels that have no views, have no following, make horrible content, and they got interviews with Tony Khan and everybody. All the wrestlers. I'm like, what the hell? How did they get to be part of the media junket and I'm locked out? I don't know, guys. Look, I told you I'm at the end of my rope. Well, thank you. No, absolutely. Look, guys, I want to make this very, very clear. I want to make this very clear to my followers, to my grave diggers out there, okay? Please share my content. I'm bad at this. Okay, look, I got to admit, I'm bad at this. I should, as part of all my videos, just let you know, because I know that some people are out there like, I don't know if I should share this. Yes, you should share this. I thought it would go without saying. Yes, you should share all of my videos constantly. You should share my videos on your socials. You should share my videos on Reddit, on Instagram, on Facebook, on X/Twitter. Wherever you're at, you should just print them out and hand them to people on the street. I don't know, guys. Yes, please, if you like one of these videos, tell people about them. Take an hour out of every day and just go out and spread the word of Heartgrave. Yes, absolutely. You have my full, what do you call it? My full support. My full, I don't know. Yes, share everything. Share it constantly. Never not be sharing a Heartgrave video. If you're talking to someone, share the video. Hey, hello, Facebook chat. It's good to see Facebook chat popping off a little bit. It's good to see you guys. We'll cover Dirt Sheets content. We'll have a look at that page. Oh my God. You think Shane McMahon is going to show up in AEW? I think he's like done with wrestling was the word I got. Yes, get your logo tattooed. Yeah, well, buy a shirt. You can buy my shirts. I have merch. If you want to buy, how is my merch doing? Where is my merch? I have a link to, I used to have a link to my merch. It was that, I can't click on that. I thought it was, there's my merch. You can buy my merch. I have merchandise for sale. I'm going to my merchandise page. Yes, you can buy Parts Unknown shirts and mugs. I don't say this stuff enough. I really should say it more. If someone can share that and whatever, I can share it on the, here, I'll share it to the one guy. Here, I'll share it on Facebook for you. There's my merch. If you want to buy some Mr. Heartgrave merch, it is available. We got some throwback stuff on there, due for my video game days. Actually, my daughter drew this little Ghost Rider, which is pretty cute. I've been doing this for a long time. This is something I had commissioned by a great artist named Stephen Strange. That's really cool. But the Parts Unknown stuff is up at the top. So we do have some parts. I thought I had the H shirt too. Is that the H shirt? No, that's a different shirt. I was gonna do some H merchandise, but we got Parts Unknown. I don't know. Anyways. But yes, share the videos, guys. Oh my God, please. Please. Why would I be mad about that? I would never be mad about that. All right, that's amazing. I always think it's awesome to see people out there repping Mr. Heartgrave shirts. I've given shirts to Darby Allin. I've given shirts to who was the other guy we met? We met. Oh, and Danhausen. Danhausen and Darby Allin actually have Parts Unknown shirts. I don't know if they'll ever wear them. Justin Leeper has one too. So does Scott Kalin. Scott, why has Scott Kalin never repped my shirt? It's not a cheap shirt. He's never put it on and shared it on Instagram. Like, I swear to God, no one's helped me out. All right, I'll tell you, there's one guy that's helped me out. There's one supporter of mine that's been better than anybody else, and that's Grapple Vision. Grapple Vision is a great channel on YouTube, and they've been so supportive. They've actually gone above and beyond. So I can't say that no one has helped me. Grapple Vision has been a great partner of ours. Sometimes I just consider only making content for Grapple Vision. At some days I'm just like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to just make my videos for Grapple Vision and call it a day. Because at least they have, subscribers and things will get like a minimum amount of views. But I don't know, man. Then I have to start like making content for their audience, which isn't quite an AW audience. It I don't know. I might do it still. Whoa, I didn't know that you were a Marvel Strike Force guy, Kellen. You're the wrestler, right? Oh, that's wild. See, it always trips me out that sometimes the wrestling people know me from Marvel Strike Force. That always throws me for a loop. They'll be wrestling people, but they'll know me from Marvel Strike Force. That's wild. That always messes with my head. I do have an Iron Maiden. Even non-Marvel Strike Force people might enjoy that shirt. That's my design. This is a design that I made of a zombie Iron Man. It's for a video game, but I don't know. It's a cool piece of art. I guess it'd be maybe a little cooler to people who like if it didn't have the Marvel Strike Force logo on it, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. That's one of my more favorite designs I made when I was covering that game. I used to do a different album cover parody every week because I was bored, and I made it's funny because these pieces of art that I made are more permanent than the actual videos that the thumbnails were on. The thumbnails were the art, and the videos were disposable crap, which is wild. You found me on... That's wild, Kellen. That is so wild. I would never have known that. I would never have thought that. There's no way I would have thought that. But yeah, I made some really cool art as part of covering that video game. And that's one of my more favorite pieces. I like that one a lot. But the video itself was garbage. The video itself, awful. I think the best video I have right now, the best video I've ever made is this video on MJF. And the thumbnail is a little piece of art too. I love the thumbnail. I love the video. It's great, and it's going to get the worst views out of any video on my channel, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm very depressed. No, it's not Mr. Sinister, it's me. Kind of. I don't know. Look. I don't know if the artist was as familiar with me as he needed to be to make a piece about me. He knows me now. I should have another piece done. It's based on Morbius, I guess, which we kind of ended up doing at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a tribute to the origin of Wolverine. It's kind of an inside joke from back in my video game content creation days. Kellen knows what's up. Way before the AEW. That's so wild. You see, I should probably go back to Marvel Strike Force because it might have been how people, well, I always had like this overlap of people who liked wrestling because everyone likes wrestling. And I was getting such a big audience with the Marvel Strike Force stuff. You know, some of my videos would hit 30,000 views. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I made the jump too soon. I've been very clear that I don't know what I'm doing. I may have made lots of mistakes. It's very possible that I've made a lot of mistakes. All right, let me catch up on so much of this. There's a lot of stuff here. A watch order video would be extremely helpful. I mean, watch it all, but yeah, like there's a lot of videos I can make helping people navigate the tape library. It's a great tape library. There's so much good stuff. Well, Rain Dragon, I really appreciate you reaching out to AEW so many times on my behalf. Never stop. Right? The questions at the media scrums are so bad too. You can imagine if I was in that room, I would do a better job. Well, first off, I wouldn't try to make it all about me. So many of these guys go in there and they're trying to make moments or instigate the wrestlers, and that's just crazy. No, look, everyone's missing my videos. Don't feel bad, chat, because like nobody gets notified when my videos come out. It's ridiculous. That's Rain Dragon. Do that. Rain Dragon, I'm not even kidding, dude. Just find Tony Khan. He's the guy. Forget everybody else. Just find Tony Khan and make him just say I have a podcast. He'll do anyone's podcast. He doesn't care. He's indiscriminate. He's absolutely, there's no reason why he should be doing a podcast that has 100 views. He's literally on podcasts that have 100 views or less. He'll do anything. He should be able to sit down with us in person. You could probably get Tony Khan on my little stupid couch. Tony Khan does not give an F from what I can tell. Like, I don't know. I think it comes down to people just finding him and say that you like him. I think he's very desperate for people to like him. I don't know what's going on. It's really weird. I don't understand it. Yes, send Tony Khan messages. Tell him he should be on my show. Share my channel. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Buy a shirt. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. Someone shared the link to my merch page in the chat so people have it. I shared it on Facebook. I can't access the Twitch and YouTube chats. I appreciate. Thanks, guys. I was feeling pretty low coming in today. I worked so damn hard on that MJF video and watching it die, and I don't even care to rename it or re-thumbnail it. I'm just like, forget it. Good to see you, Rayvarn. I'm doing great. I don't know if I am doing great, Zach. I don't know. I'm making really good videos, but I don't know if I can do it anymore. I really want to, but it takes too much time. I got to make some junk content, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to. Just a walking ball of instinct and emotion. Pretty much, yeah, that's me. That's me. Oh, dude, Kellen, if you wear one of my shirts on the way to the ring, that would be amazing. Please do and share that with me. And I would love to. I will make a video just about that. I would geek out pretty hard if there was a wrestler out. I mean, that's why I actually made the Parts Unknown shirt for wrestlers. The idea behind this Parts Unknown shirt was that wrestlers would wear it. Because I tried to keep my branding kind of minimal and the Parts Unknown thing big, because I thought that would be like just a cool, like just from Parts Unknown is such a cool kind of wrestling thing that's out there. I even looked into who the first wrestler was who was from Parts Unknown. It's like some guy in the 60s or something. It's no one that most people would know. But there was one wrestler, I forget who it was. Maybe somebody out there knows. I wish my chat was bigger because then somebody would know. But that was kind of the idea behind this. And I think I even have a version of this with the Mr. Hartgrave smaller. So it's more just like parts unknown. It actually looks really good with the sleeves cut off. My buddy out there, Taylor from Scarlet Spider Comics, he put a video out where he was wearing it and he had cut the sleeves off. It looks really good that way, actually. This shirt looks great with its sleeves popped off. But yeah, that was the concept behind it. I was like, I want to make a t-shirt that would look good on a wrestler. We're really talking about me today. That's great. I'm happy to talk about me. My favorite subject, guys. It's very frustrating, isn't it, Rain Dragon? Yeah. And then well, it's crazy when like my biggest followers don't know that I put out videos. That's when I know like YouTube is just bending me over, man. Oh, I always rep the Nyla Rose video. Good call, Facebook. Another video. All right, so I put out this great MJF video. Another video that did not get watched enough that is honestly very high quality and different than all the other videos is the Nyla Rose video. And I really enjoy learning how to make that kind of video. That style of video I might make more doing like AEW episodes. Like I can see doing that style covering like Dynamite storylines from the past. If once I have access to the network, it would make it easier. It would be harder to do it without having all the access at it'll depend how the network's set up. If the network is set up where I can like follow storylines and stuff, I know the old WWE network was really good and the Peacock version sucks. So we'll have to see it. The Facebook is the best way to find out about my videos. Facebook and Instagram. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, that's how you'll know that I put out stuff because those notifications get sent out better. If you just follow me on YouTube, odds are you will never know when I put out videos. That is dope, Kellen. Man, I will pop for that. That would be very exciting. To know there's wrestlers out there repping Mr. Hartgrave. That's cool stuff. We'll make that go both ways. I should interview Tony Khan someday. The pack video is all my videos are very good. There's not a bad video here. Look, I'm going to be very honest with you, okay? I want to try to find a bad video. Right off the bat, like I almost want to say the Sasha Banks video isn't very good. Did I phone that one in? Was I too depressed making this? It's kind of good. It's not I don't like making videos about the WWE. Making videos about the WWE is really, really unfun because I can't use any footage from the WWE. The Dustin video is very good though. Like, let's go back. I want to find a really garbage out of these documentaries, like which one sucks. The Young Buck videos are killer. The Okada video is great. The Cody Rhodes video is so good. It used to suck a little bit, but I entirely fixed it. That's a brand new video. I don't know if you guys know that or not. I released this video like 4 times. I was really struggling to find an audience for that video to the point where I got so frustrated that I remade the whole damn video. That's all new voiceover on that. If you watch one of the old versions of that, it's a different video now. It's a better video now. It's really good now. It used to kind of suck. Now it's very good. There's not a bad video in one of my biggest followers' opinion. I think you have no objectivity whatsoever. I think I'm actually more objective about my content than you are. I'm glad you like them though. That's important. You know, I'm glad you like everything I put out. I would trust me more than you, though. You'll share it to him. What, do you know MJF? You're looking forward to the video on MJF. Do you know? You should, Rain Dragon, share the MJF video with Scott. See if Scott will send it to... We know MJF as well. We know Scott Kalin, who is a childhood friend of MJF. See if Scott can get it over to him. I think it's I think MJF should love that video. I took all of his best stuff and put it in there. I mean, that's a brilliant video. Yeah, no, I agree. Facebook chat, I'm trying to like used a bad word and you got hit. I unhid you. Don't use bad words on Facebook, then your comments get auto hidden. Just, censor yourself. But I agree. The House of Black in the style of the Nyla Rose video, that could be money. I could definitely think about it. It depends on how much time it takes. Nyla Rose did take a lot of time. I got to get the views. Man, if I had the views, I would do all this stuff. I would love to. Love to. Yeah, no, from Parts Unknown is a wrestling reference. Yes, absolutely. It's a great Punk shirt. Hey, it looks great on you, Scarlet Spider Comics. So far, you win the prize for looking the best in the Parts Unknown shirt. You look great in that thing. Wear it always. It did look really good in Chill. I'll tell you. See, everyone agrees that it looks really good on you. I'm very humble. All right, good, Rain Dragon. Yeah, I hope Scott will share it with them. I don't know. I should have put Scott in it. I meant to put Scott in it. I could do another interview with Scott. Here's the thing. Share it with Scott and ask if he can add anything to it, because I'll do another cut and put him into it. Like, we'll do a longer version. I'll do the rest of MJF's career. I don't know why I'd agree to this, but fine. If Scott wants to provide some more insight into... Because, well, here's the thing. I didn't do before he started wrestling. If Scott Kalin wants to be a reference for before he started wrestling, ask Scott if he'd like to add to that video. If he would like to add to that video in any way, shape, or form, ask him and I will interview him and we will get his bits into the video. He can shoot it himself. He doesn't even need to involve me. If he wants to film himself using his own equipment and send it into us, I will take that and I will put him into the full version, because I'll post it again, especially if the views are junk on it. I'll happily make the longer version of that at some point and put Scott Kalin in it. Great. Yeah. Pitch it. And then he can do a pitch for his pickles, and I don't care, man. Whatever he wants, whatever gets him excited. I'm not on, I am on X. I am on X/Twitter, but I'm not active there, but I am there. If you find me, I don't have any followers or anything, but I am on there. I'm mostly on Instagram. I'm big time on Instagram. I have 1,000 followers on Instagram. I put out an Instagram video every day. It gets at least 1,000 views, between 1,000 and 10,000 views every time I put out a reel. I'm actually mostly an Instagram influencer at this point. YouTube isn't really, I wouldn't even call myself a YouTuber. I'm an Instagrammer. All right, cool, Rain Dragon. Yeah, good luck with it. That'd be great. Where can you find the old Nyla Rose video? I don't know what you mean by that. I only made one. Oh, the old one. I believe it's on the page. All right. So what is being referred to here is I called out the first time I did a Nyla Rose video. And I believe it's just right here on the page. If you scroll down, there should be a wrestling reviews. I think it's in this playlist. There's some really old content down here. Maybe it's not in here. I thought it was in here. All right, I guess it must be on my first channel then. All right, so if you want to find the old, I'll send you the link to it. We'll go find it right now. It was on my first channel. Because I've been making videos about AEW for like a long time. Like, I'm not new to this game. I wanted to be the kind of content creator I am today years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I had to, there it is. 2 years ago. Legitimately 2 years ago. That's wild. So yeah, 2 years ago, I wanted to be able to make the kind of content I am now, but I just didn't know how to. I was, I had no idea. Yeah, that's another problem I have, is that if people go looking for Mr. Hartgrave, they find this channel, and this isn't the right content. I kind of messed up in that regard. I don't know how to fix that. I screwed up. You have a big one coming at the end of August. I got Josh Alexander on the card and a few NWA guys. I'm working one of Cody Rhodes' students. Oh, that's dope. He was on Dark. I get my order in soon. And oh, that's awesome, Kellen. Kellen, that's dope. That's so cool. That is very exciting. Become the most famous wrestler ever. We'll have to get you on the show. All right, here's the roadmap. Get the shirt, do the show, and then we'll interview you. I think that's fair. Get the shirt, do the show, get me some clips of it, and then we'll interview you, and we'll talk about, how you found my content, the Marvel Strike Force thing, and mostly you and how you became a wrestler and what you're doing and your hopes, and we'll put in clips of you doing stuff. We'll go all out. That sounds good to me. And you'll be the first wrestler who has repped Mr. Hartgrave on their body on the way to the ring. You will be number one. All right, bet. Perfect. I keep telling my producer, no, I don't want to talk to indie guys. I don't want to talk to indie guys because I don't want to get nothing against indie guys. If I didn't think it would kill me on the algorithm, if I didn't think it would like mess me up, but I know it'll kind of mess me up. Like, if you talk to independent guys, what you're going to do is you're going to talk to more independent guys, and that's what you're going to do. Then you're not going to talk to AEW guys. You're not going to talk to WWE guys. You're just going to keep talking to independent guys. But hey, nothing's working anyways. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll just talk to independent guys. But that's been my kind of hesitation. That's why, like, I haven't reached out to people, because I actually have a bunch of independent wrestlers that follow me on Instagram. Like, not to say I'm anything special or whatnot, but I think my content appeals. I think the thing about me that's different from every other person that talks about wrestling on the internet, more or less, is that people can tell that I don't hate wrestlers. Most people that cover wrestling on the internet can hate wrestlers and want them to be gone. Like, I don't know what their problem is, but they hate wrestlers. They don't want there to be two companies, or they don't like that they exist. I don't know what the deal is. They like who they like, and they won't like anybody else, and they're mean to everybody else. And maybe I was kind of like that myself, like 2 years ago, when I didn't know how, when I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know what I was saying. When I was treating them like, how you would treat maybe a fictional character or something. I don't know what the deal is. When I didn't care, when I'm, emulating other, people that do wrestling commentary, perhaps, whatever the reason, but something clicked in my head at a certain point, and I'm like, I'd like to be able to talk to these guys, and how's it going to be if I have a history of like bad mouthing them? And some of the wrestlers will call them out too. You'll see it like the press conference. They'll be like, dude, half the people in this room talk smack about me behind my back. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, say the most outlandish things. Just nuts. Yeah, let me know what you think about that old content there, Facebook. Yeah, watching an old Mr. Hartgrave video from 2 years ago, that's going to be an experience, man. I'm like, I was nice back then. I definitely didn't say anything mean about Nyla Rose. But I could be mean to wrestlers that I didn't like. I learned to be a bit more nicer. Like, there's no reason to be mean. There's no reason to be like, I don't like this guy. He shouldn't be on my TV. Like, they're so, I guess the word I'm looking for is entitled. I try not to be an entitled wrestling commentator who, like, I don't feel like the entire wrestling world should revolve around my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these guys that come out here and they're like, everything I think is correct and the show should be like how I want it to be, and nobody that I don't like should get a shot. Like, yeah, I don't like the comments I get about Mercedes Moné are insane. They're like, I don't like her personally, therefore she shouldn't have a career. She should starve and die in a ditch. Is like the comments that's the attitude I get about Mercedes Moné. I don't enjoy it when she's on my TV, so she shouldn't have a job. Like, that's crazy. I don't like her for unknown reasons, so she shouldn't be able to feed herself. Like, it's crazy. I don't think I've ever gone that far, but these other guys do. That's how they operate. All right. Shared the MJF video to every AEW group on Facebook. Well, thank you, Scarlet Spider Comics. I'm telling you guys, every time I put out a video, full court press, guys, let's do it. Let's do it. You can share old videos too. Nothing's going to stop you. You can take one of these videos every day and just put them everywhere. It's got to help. It's better when it's someone else, not me. You shared the video with MJF. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I usually got a pretty good line to most of these guys, but yeah, if you want to share them if you have any personal connections to the wrestlers that I've covered, let me know. I'm looking at X now and seeing what's going on. I don't know how Twitter works. I don't understand Twitter. I am on it though. So if you tag me or message me, I'm Mr. Hartgrave on there. But I don't know how. I've never done Twitter. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm an idiot. I could probably do a better job. I could probably do a better job. And, I'm trying. My bad. I've been focusing on making really good videos. I was trying to tell you which of my videos was crap. I should get back to that. Share them wherever you can. Get the shirt and get them on the show. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Kellen, if you're ever on, are you on the East Coast? Can you be in studio? I've yet to have my first real celebrity in. I don't know if you're a celebrity. I've had my friend in studio a long time ago. It was a different studio. I think some of you know the lore. Mark Quinn was supposed to be the first guy sitting here. I just talked to Mark Quinn last night. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying not to be a jerk, but maybe I need to be more of a jerk. I don't really know. I don't know how it works. Mark Quinn, if you don't know, lives about less than an hour away from me. And was like, yo, man, I'll come over. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then I freaked out. I bought a couch. and a microphone. Well, I already had them. I had to buy a new stand, and I had to get ready for it. I rushed. I got ready for it, and then no more Quinn. And I don't want to get into it. I'm not. Look, everybody's busy. Everybody's doing important things, and God knows this isn't important. But all I was trying to say is he was supposed to be the first. I don't know who's going to be the first. I offered to go to him. I said, I'll go to you. We can do it on Zoom. Look, it wasn't my idea for him to come over. That was him talking. I don't know. I'm looking forward to AEW Fight Forever 2. Would Danhausen come on your show? I talked to Danhausen about coming on my show or doing an interview because I did the whole thing with Danhausen. Most of you will know that I stood next to Danhausen and we did a thing. It's on a lot of my videos. I love that clip. It was a great day. And when I talked to him, I gave him a shirt and I said, you should come on. We'll do a thing. Danhausen's in a weird spot right now. Danhausen literally just said a few days ago that he does not want to do podcast. Danhausen literally just came out a few days ago and was like, I am looking for bookings, not podcasts. Now, I don't do a podcast. If I had Danhausen here, I would, I think at this point, if I had a wrestler sit down on my couch, I wouldn't be in the video. I would film them and then I would cut it into a documentary. Maybe I would do a thing where we just chat and play video games as part of maybe a Patreon exclusive. I don't know. But my main focus would be to get a bunch of stuff from them to do one of my documentaries. And instead of having to listen to someone's awful interview, God, there's so many bad interviews out there, guys. Sometimes I feel like, man, what am I really doing with these videos? I'm grabbing these interview clips from other people. Can't you just go out and watch the interviews? And then I remind myself, if anyone else would try to watch these interviews, they probably gouge their ears out with screwdrivers and pull out their eyeballs because most of these videos look like garbage and sound even worse. The questions are inane and stupid. My favorite parts of the MJF interviews, and I didn't put this in, the thing I enjoy most about the MJF interview is when MJF just calls the person interviewing him a total idiot for asking the questions they're asking. And he's absolutely right. I've sat through so much of that junk, man. Some of these, I'll tell you, am I going to get in trouble if I tell you who the worst interviewer of all time is? So look, I've done some scientific digging. Okay, Mr. Hartgrave has watched more wrestler interviews than probably anybody in this room right now. Do you guys want to know who the single worst interviewer is? Does anyone have a guess at who the single worst interviewer is? Every freaking time I watch this guy interview someone. Every single time. I'll tell you one thing. Here's a spoiler. They're probably featured the least out of any of these videos. There's always one guy, there's one very famous guy, very popular, very prominent guy in the industry who is not featured in any of these videos because every single interview he does sucks so much. Drives me nuts. No, Chris Van Vliet is fine. No, absolutely not, Facebook. Not Chris Van Vliet. Chris Van Vliet does not ask great questions. Okay, I'm going to dish. I'm gonna dish. All right, Chris Van Vliet does not ask good questions, just straight up. But he's very cool. He's very nice. He listens. He is a fun guy to hang out with. He is, handsome. He's got a nice smile, and he gets things out of people. He gets things out of people just by being like a fresh, dope, chill, kind of cool guy who you don't want to punch in the face. Okay? He asks horrible questions. His questions suck. He asks no good questions ever. But he is so relaxed, that makes him good. His being relaxed is like his superpower. It makes him good. So Chris Van Vliet, and you'll see, And if you watch my videos, you'll know I got a lot of clips of Chris Van Vliet, and he's so good, I won't even crop him out of the frame because sometimes I'll just leave him in the frame because he'll be having a nice back and forth. He does well. He doesn't talk over people. Chris Van Vliet, there's a reason why he's number one. Okay, no, I can't disparage the guy, other than to say that he doesn't ask very good questions. But I don't think it's not his style to ask good questions, if that makes sense. That's not what he does. He does not ask good questions. He probably could ask good questions. I don't think he's an idiot. I just don't think asking good questions isn't a good way to get someone to be natural with you, because it puts someone into a very analytical part of their brain. And I think that a lot of what he does is try to keep his subject out of their head and just talking like a person. And he's very good at that. It's a different style of interview. He gets people to say things that they don't normally say other places. He's very good at that. I always watch the Chris Van Vliet interview, and I always get a lot of times a lot of it is garbage, or like, I don't want to say garbage, but like it's just a Chris Van Vliet thing. Like, it's enjoyable if you like him or whatnot, but it's not going to be like, oh, this is the sound bite, you know? He doesn't make a lot of good sound bites because he doesn't ask very good questions. So he doesn't normally give me a lot of the material that I like, but he usually there's at least one moment where he leads his subject towards a really good talking point that they haven't said anywhere else. And that's the best thing you can do as an interviewer, is get your subject to say something that they've never said before, in a very natural way that doesn't piss them off. If Danhausen would come on and talk toys and comics, he's huge into that stuff, that would be fun. Yeah, I would totally talk to Danhausen about toys and comics. I don't know what he's doing. Dave Meltzer? I don't think Dave Meltzer interviews people, if that's who you mean. I don't know if there's another Dave. Dave doesn't do interviews. As far as I know, I haven't seen him. Bischoff? I don't think Bischoff does interviews either. You're just talking about guys that talk about wrestling. I'm talking about interviewers. Think people that interview. The guy I'm thinking of does interviews and garbage. He is garbage. Oh, I might get myself in trouble. I don't think he likes it when people talk about him. You'll doubt I get in trouble? I don't know. I might get in trouble. It's not Cornette. Cornette's not an interviewer. Cornette doesn't do interviews. RJ City, no. RJ City's a god among men. I don't even. You'll notice I've never. Well, okay, all right. Hey, you did catch something. You did see it. I don't actually have any footage of RJ City interviews in any of these videos, and if it's not because of the reasons that I stated, though. It's because his interviews are too good. His interviews are way too unique. I wouldn't want to put bits of RJ City videos into my videos because, number one, I think I would get copyright. And number two, it's like, I just think you should go watch all of his, and I don't think you should watch little second clips out of his videos. You should watch every single AEW there's ever been because they're all genius. They're amazing. I might use, what I should have looked at is when RJ City does stuff for his own YouTube channel, I should use clips of that. I should actually make a video on RJ City. He's a fascinating guy. AEW is just a really good show. I wouldn't do that. All right. So does anybody have any other guesses? I don't want to spoil this for you, who the worst interviewer is. Review AEW. He's super active on X. Yeah, wow, that would be really cool too. I don't know if I could do. I don't think if there was continuity in AEW to cover, but there's not really continuity or lore. If there was lore to AEW, then I could, or AEW, then I could cover it. But I don't really know, like recapping every interview. I don't know. That doesn't feel like a video. I would cover RJ City though. RJ City would be interesting. They're giving him more credit too, which I like. They've just come out and said like, oh, he's doing the Tony Storm stuff and he's a genius. I'm glad that Tony Khan was just like, yeah, no, that's all RJ City and he's amazing. Only podcast because I enjoy Renee Paquette. Oh no, Renee Paquette is a genius. I've used lots of her clips. I think Renee Paquette is. It's funny because when they signed Renee and said that it was a huge signing and a lot of people on the internet was like, oh, this is game changing. They signed Renee. This is huge. I was like, I don't understand how someone who holds a microphone could be a game changer. But then if you start to watch Renee's stuff, Paquette is OP. Renee Paquette is an amazing just personality, everything. She's really good. Like, it doesn't make sense for someone who just holds a microphone to bring that much to the table. It's really kind of wild. Like, it's astounding, actually. And I've used a ton of her stuff. I love using her stuff. She gets great stuff out of people. I don't even know how the hell she does it. She asks really good questions and she's relaxed. She might be the best. Renee Paquette might actually be the best interviewer. I don't know if there's a bad Renee Paquette interview. They're all amazing. And I always get good stuff. Like, I know if I put one of those on, I'm going to use a clip. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get stuff out of this. I didn't watch one of her and MJF. I don't know if she's ever sat down with MJF. It's kind of wild. I imagine that she did, but I just didn't. Her interview with Brody King, dude, that's dope. But yeah, Renee is great, man. Moxley finally did do an interview with Renee, I think, right? It's good too. I've seen clips of it all over the place. Like, Renee Paquette is so good that like clips of Renee Paquette videos like go viral. Like, they're really good. A shot. No, I'm not going to diss on Brandy Rhodes. It's funny because I actually do. All right, that's fair enough because I don't think I've ever used a clip from a shot of Brandy. I've never used a clip of Brandy Rhodes. To be fair, she doesn't really interview. It's like a cooking show. That's a technicality. It's not Brandy Rhodes, but good guess. Good guess. And I have watched those and I have not used any clips of them. I usually find it I want to use clips of them because I usually find it cute. It's just cute. It's not usable though. Not from what I do. She doesn't dig into anybody or they usually just start talking about what I watched the MJF one. There's actually a really weird moment at the end where Cody runs through that I almost wanted to use, but just wasn't good enough. Yeah, no. Hey, I'm telling you, I think Tony Khan is the most likely person to come and be interviewed by me, either in person or on Zoom or whatever. I don't think Tony Khan gives an F about how many views you have or what is going on. I don't know what Tony Khan's criteria is. I really don't. He doesn't seem to have any. I've seen him all over the place. I look at everyone's channels when I do these videos and I constantly see tiny ass channels with no footprint, no production values, no value to humanity or society whatsoever, and they are able to land Tony Khan. And then this amazing thing happens after you land Tony Khan. You literally get the entire roster of AEW on your show, even though your show is the literal crap of the dog. I don't understand it. It's wild, and I want it to happen to me. So please ask if you have some kind of connection to Tony Khan. Yes, I would love to interview Tony Khan. And I would bring so much different energy to a Tony Khan interview than anyone has ever done before. I have things to ask Tony Khan that no one has ever asked him in the history of time. I will approach Tony Khan in such a different, interesting, and enjoyable manner than he has ever been approached ever before. It will be the best interview of his life because I will not bring any hostility to Tony Khan. I will talk to Tony Khan as what he is. He is the writer of one of the greatest television shows that has ever been produced, and I'm talking about Dynamite. As the writer as the head of the greatest live television show that has ever been produced, that is how I will talk to him. One of the greats. And I want to talk to him about that. I want to know what influenced him as a live television author. Auteur. And I don't think anyone's ever approached him. They're always talking about his booking and his and wrestling and all this stuff. And sure, we can talk about that or whatever. But I want to talk to him about what he does. What he actually does is he produces live TV. And that's what I want to talk to him about. No, I'm not. Guys, don't do that. Don't do that. There's so few people here. Why do you want to try to instigate me? Why are you thinking, I enjoy Dynamite? What, you don't enjoy the show AEW Dynamite? You're on the Mr. Hartgrave stream before we watch AEW Dynamite, and you want to tell me that this show sucks? You want to say this is a bad TV show? You're going to say this is going to be a bad night of live TV? Name me a better live TV show than this. You can't name any WWE shows, can you? You're going to tell me the WWE TV show is better than this? You're going to tell me that, what, do you think WCW TV shows were better than this? I watched WCW TV, man, you could sleep through a lot of that. Dynamite's a great show beginning to end. You're going to find, look, when it comes out on Max, watch 2019 Dynamite, tell me that wasn't all fire. And it's been fire ever since. I don't know why it gets so much hate. It's ridiculous. I'm not talking about booking. I'm not talking about this or that. I'm not saying that Tony Khan's an infallible human being. I'm saying he makes a really good TV show. It's a live TV show. It's very good. I'm not saying anything crazy here. I'm not on my knees for Tony Khan. He makes a very good TV show. How much live TV have you watched? Are you a guy that watch wrestling, or do you study live television? I've studied live TV. I am a live TV connoisseur, sir. From TV talk shows to reality shows, anything live sports. I study live television, and this is good live television. Live television is a different animal. It is a challenge. I tell you, nobody else has approached him this way. You try producing a show like Blood and Guts. This is a hell of an undertaking to do something like this live on TV. Not pay-per-view, not a ramp up where you got lots of time. This is live, weekly, syndicated TV that never has an off season. Do you have any idea how difficult that is to do? I don't think people understand Tony Khan at all. Like this is such an undertaking, man. This is crazy. I want to talk to him about things that no one's ever asked him about. The production of the show, which I think is important, to understand these sorts of things. What kind of crew he runs. There's just so many interesting avenues to go down when you stop attacking him about the minute details that don't matter. Honestly, guys, it doesn't matter. The way Tony Khan does or doesn't do what people who think they know what wrestling should be, how well he adheres to the rules that have been put in place, imaginary rules that have been created by Jim Cornette or whoever, the way he adheres to it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is when you watch the show, do you enjoy it? Is it entertaining? Is it compelling? Yes, I think Tony Khan watches more wrestling than we do and gets less sleep than we do. Absolutely. I want to talk to him about his influences when it comes to live television, not when it comes to booking or any of that boring crap. I find that all to be boring crap. I find the writing and production of it's a historic television show. This is a matter of historic record. This body of work he's been creating that has been created underneath the AEW banner for the last 5 years is going to stand the test of time. It's not going away. And maybe you guys can't handle that. The people who are, anti-Tony Khan. This man has made something that will stand the test of time. It will be canon. And the longer it goes on, the more canon it becomes. Guys, hold on, right quick. WCW, more or less important than AEW in the history of time? I think that WWE has done so much to dismantle the WCW. I'll be surprised. I don't think the WWE is going to be able to dismantle AEW as well as they dismantled WCW. WCW, is it even relevant anymore? Is it even relevant anymore? That's a hell of a question. I gotta ask that. I'm curious, guys. Is WCW canon? Or has it been entirely dismantled and replaced by the WWE? Continuity. Tell me that. You see, when we start talking about this stuff like television shows, like the media that it is, these are the questions that you would ask. These are different questions that we don't ask. I haven't seen anybody have posed the question out into the world. Is WCW canon? What matters? In the history of WCW, what matters? Does it matter who was champion in WCW? Does that title persist anywhere? Is that belt important? That belt is gone, right? The WCW belt, does it exist? Or is it gone? Is it lost to time? That's wild. Why would WWE do that? Why would the WWE just dump on WCW that way? WCW was pretty important. It had a legacy. And I would say ECW has held up better than WCW. I think ECW's history is more important than the WCW history, and that's crazy. Why would that be? Was it that WCW was a fringe product that didn't matter? I mean, certainly some people there thought it was important, but what happened? I mean, it's truly gone, right? Some of the pay-per-views persist as NXT pay-per-views, but in name only, right? I don't know. Is there any throwback? Is there any continuity? I mean, WWE, Vince McMahon really tried to erase WCW from the timeline. And I think he was pretty much effective. Hologram was impressive on Collision, just a sidetrack. WCW's not a thing, and I don't think it's going to get revived. Like, ECW could be revived any day. Any day, someone could pick up... I mean, ECW kind of has been revived. ECW... There's a lot of ECW and AEW, right? The FTW Championship is basically, in place of the ECW Championship. FTW rules are basically ECW rules, right? Like, ECW kind of lives on. ECW never died. WCW is an afterthought now. Okay, the NWO persists. Okay, I'd say the NWO is maybe the only part of the WCW continuity that's still... But the NWO is gone now, right? That's like... It didn't... The NWO... remind me, did it carry over to the WWE, or is it just like... Is it dead? It's like Bullet Club kind of picked up the NWO and ran with it. Do we see Bullet Club as an extension of rebirth of the NWO? It was never embraced by the end. It was never joined to that continuity. Bullet Club and NWO are two separate entities, not connected to each other in any way, shape, or form, and have never been joined. They don't care. The WWE doesn't care to take care of this continuity. It doesn't want anything to do with WCW. At the WrestleMania store in Philly, they had ECW shirts, but zero WCW. ECW has maintained as a brand way better than WCW. It's probably because they still employ Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman won't let ECW die. I think WCW has been destroyed by the WWE, and it kind of sucks because of Sting. Yeah. Oh, I was always a bigger fan of the WCW than WWE. It's wild. LWO is a thing. I don't. Is the LWO really connected to the NWO? The logo is just kind of look. I don't know, man. It's AEW keeping the history of ECW going. The FTW, our Rob Van Dam, Taz, FTW rules. Yeah, ECW is really AEW has a lot of ECW stuff in it, and they have continuity. They reference ECW. Do they reference WCW? Does anyone reference, is WCW canon for anything in modern wrestling the way that ECW is? That's what I want to ask. Blood and Guts, just to get on to today's topic finally after like an hour and 20 minutes, Blood and Guts is picking up a thread from NXT of all freaking things. Now, okay, wait. Blood and Guts, War Games, this is WCW, right? NXT picked it up. Blood and Guts is WCW. Am I wrong? Can I get... I wish I had a bigger audience, but somebody out there surely must know. Vince McMahon said Blood and Guts, but it's War Games. This is War Games. This is Dusty Rhodes' creation in WCW. The first place a War Games match ever happened was that in WCW. I mean, it was certainly more popular in WCW than it ever was in WWF. I don't even remember WWF doing this back in the day, but I remember WCW doing it. So this is WCW. But it's not really like those matches aren't canon. They're not going to reference it tonight. They're not going to go back and be like, remember when Dusty Rhodes and, Sting fought? It's not going to be the match type. But I guess in a way you could be like, well, if you want to talk about these match types, this match type, and you want to trace it back to the first one that ever happened on a big scale, maybe I think the first one that ever happened would be in WCW, right? I'm not going to sit here and type on the internet because I'm trying to entertain people on a video. But if anyone wants to fact check that and bring me that information, I would love that. Chad is saying it might have happened in CMLL in the 80s. Was it really a CMLL invention? That's crazy. Two Cages, War Games, WCW. Yeah, I think that WCW was the originator of the Blood and Guts War Games match, and then it carried over to NXT, and then it has come to AEW, and WWE still does the match, but I don't think they don't attribute it to WCW. No one attributes it to WCW. War Games was two rings together surrounded by a steel cage. Yes, it's a nod to WCW. This might be the only thing that survived in modern wrestling. That's one of the reasons why I love Blood and Guts, and not the WWE version, because the WWE version is clean and sanitized. It's funny. Somebody said that AEW is sanitized. I was like, I don't know if you're watching the right. I don't know if you understand what you're saying. But I love the AEW version because it really is like the WCW version. It very much has the spirit of the original War Games match. Like, people got effed up in those War Games matches. Like, they are career-changing matches. They are nuts. And it's going to be nuts tonight. So, yeah, I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but It's something that I haven't thought about a lot. The first War Games match took place at the Omni in Atlanta, Georgia during the NWA Great American Bash. NWA and WCW kind of like combined together, right? Because like they used to be like NWA elements in WCW back in the day. It's just really confusing wrestling lore. War Games, yeah. It's a Dusty Rhodes, Jim Crockett, NWA creation that was absorbed by the WCW and then was revitalized by NXT, maintained in WWE, and then AEW decided to do the proper version of it, the real version of it. I wonder whose idea it was. I would assume the idea came from Cody Rhodes to do it. That'd be an interesting thing to find out who decided to bring that back. I mean, there's something I would ask Tony Khan. If I had Tony Khan, if I was interviewing Tony Khan today, that's a question I would ask. Hey, take us back. Whose idea was it to do, the first Blood and Guts? And it was before. So here, let's bring it in. Because what I'm going to do, the video I know I'm going to make this week is I'm going to review every single Blood and Guts match. I've already made some graphics. They're not going to be separate videos, although I've made the thumbnail, so now I kind of feel like maybe they should. I don't know. I think it's just going to be one video, but I'm going to score each Blood and Guts match. I have a point system I'm going to work out. I don't know. I'm going to try to be scientific about it. You've asked Tony Khan if he'd do an interview with you. Hey, thank you. I mean, look, the more people out in the world talking about Mr. Hartgrave and asking Tony Khan to be interviewed by me or to help me or to let me into the media scrums or just be like, hey, here's a channel doing AEW stuff. You should look at this. The more stuff like that that's happening, and it's not just me doing it, I would assume the better for the channel, for this culture, for what we're doing here. So I really appreciate that. Absolutely, man. And I'm willing to play ball, guys. If you guys can, if we get this thing going, I'll keep it going. If the views are coming in, I'm up for anything. I would love to make more videos like I've been making. Oh, before I move on to this, just real quick, I did want to finish this thought. I was going to tell you if I made any crap videos. I do want to. The Cody Rhodes video is good. The Young Bucks video is good. Saraya video. So I want to say the Saraya video might be a little crap. It's short. It's 10 minutes. I clearly was just trying to get it out there. I know it didn't break my heart when it didn't get a lot of views. It's a little crap. Okay, look. All right, the Saraya video is a little crap. But the Undisputed Kingdom video is one of the best videos I ever made. Okay? Saraya video, a little crap. Undisputed Kingdom, literally, Undisputed Kingdom is the funniest video I ever made. I put all the jokes in that one. There's not a lot of jokes in these videos, but the Undisputed Kingdom video is like all jokes. I often think about how funny that video is because I don't know, I'm an idiot, but I enjoyed making that one. I guess it was really fun to make. I laughed my butt off making it, and that's how I knew it was a really funny video. That's cool. Hangman, great video. Phoenix, great video. Actually made me emotional. Same with Dusty Rhodes. That's a great video. This one doesn't count, the Dax Harwood video. That's not a documentary. Roosh, a little crap, but kind of good. Better than it has any right to be for its length and amount of effort. Like, actually kind of good. Nyla Rose, top 5. Amazing video. I think all the Swerve videos are fantastic. Even the WWE one, which is probably the worst of the 3. But I think those all came out really well. Daniel Garcia, brilliant. Pac, very, very good. Jericho video. I actually don't even remember it. Oh, God. Jericho's messy. Good. Interesting video. Interesting video. Bryan Danielson. I think Bryan Danielson's very good for what it is. I've lost all. It's too soon for Bryan Danielson. I don't know. And I think too soon for me to kind of rule in on Mercedes Moné. I would say out of the 3 last videos I made, or out of these 4 last videos I made, Monet is the worst. I don't really care. I had so many limitations put on me for that video. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. She hasn't said what she needed to say. It's just, I don't know. It's fine. MJF, top 5. Great video. So I've been entirely honest with you, okay? More honest than any other creator would ever be. I got a couple of things in here that were not the best, okay? Saraya, not the best. And I would say Monet, not the best. Why don't I do a better job with the women? What am I doing with the women? I made a great video on Nyla Rose. I guess I'm 1 out of 3. I'm 1 out of 3, and I do want to make a video about Mariah May, and I'm going to try real hard not to suck it up, man. I'm going to try not to suck at it. Next time I make a video about a woman, I owe it to all of female kind to not just crap the bed, okay? I'm sorry I crapped the bed when it's a female as the subject. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go to different sources. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel bad now. I should have done better. All right. Cody's idea, bringing back his dad's match. And he didn't get to be in one, yeah, because the original Blood and Guts was supposed to happen in Newark, New Jersey, and it was supposed to happen in 2019, and we all know what happened in 2019. So, yeah, COVID took away the first Blood and Guts, which is all well and good because I wouldn't have even been at it, and I would have been really upset if I hadn't. So, for me, that worked out okay. You watched all of the Switch with Nyla Rose after seeing my video. You see, that's how good that video is. How did you like the Switch? How did you like the Switch? I'm very curious. Did you enjoy the series? I thought it was a pretty good show. You know, I was watching it kind of weird. Yeah, 2020, 2019, I don't know. It was like right before, I don't know. You know what I mean. We're talking about the Switch now. All right, who watched the Switch? How would you rate the show? How many people here have actually watched the Switch? I got one person who watched the Switch. You loved it, but your partner did not. It's kind of polarizing, right? Like, I watched it kind of weird because I watched it and I wrote the script at the same time. So, like, as I watched it, I was stopping it and writing things down. Did you agree that the was it Murder Ball? Is that what they called it? The I forget what it's called. You know what I mean, right? The Death Sport episode was the best one. Did your partner at least like that episode? That's the best episode. Like, hands down, that episode rocks. The worst episode being the last episode, right? The last episode's a stinker. Last episode was really bad. I don't know what happened with that last episode, but it was bad. Like, I thought the series was fine. I was like, not fine, like good. And then the Murder Ball episode, or Death Ball, I forget what it's called. That was so good. Like, if more episodes would have been like that, Nyla Rose might still be making that show. Thank you. Oh man, that's dope. Well, thank you, John, there on YouTube for getting the word out there. I appreciate that, and I'm glad I talked about the shirt. I should probably take a moment and talk about my merch every week. I'm very bad at this. I often get very tunnel vision on what I'm doing. Like, oh my God, with the MJF thing, I couldn't see anything else. Like, I don't come up for air until I'm done with one of these things. It feels like deep sea diving. Like, I have to get so focused on it, and so I have to lock out everything else and just boom. And so I don't think about all this other junk. Like, oh, I should do this or that or advertise this way. I just don't. All right, well, I'll get that Nyla Rose info someday. Yo, what's up, Facebook chat? I said I would look at Facebook news, and I've never done it. I'll have to try. I'm sorry I ignored you guys. Let me finish this thought first, though. So, the video I know I'm going to make is I'm going to watch every single Blood and Guts. Now, there's only 4 of them once tonight airs. All right, you loved the Murder Ball episode. Yeah, it's good. That's a good episode. That's like, if you were going to, I think you could just watch that episode. Maybe the pilot in that episode, or just watch that. I don't think, you don't need the context. Some of the show is really weird. Some of the show can be really off-puttingly weird. Like, just too out there to handle. If you're like paying attention. I think it almost helps to not pay attention to some of that. Like, mentally edit things out. I don't know. Some of the show doesn't hit. When the show hits, it's good. But the show doesn't always hit. Sometimes it's like awkward, but not funny awkward, just like awkward. I guess that would be my analysis of it. I'd have to watch it again though, because like I kind of watched it wrong. I don't even know. I watched it in a very weird way. So my idea is I will watch every Blood and Guts, all 4 of them, including tonight's, and rank them. And my thought is to rank them on a point system. Basically, whenever anything cool happens, it gets a point. If anything uncool happens, I suppose it can lose a point. But what I wanted to ask chat tonight, before I do this video, before I make this video, thank you for the sub, by the way, out there. There's some subs. Oh, and thank you for buying a shirt. It looks like there was a shirt being bought. Thank you for buying shirts and sharing videos on your social. That's my friend John there. That's amazing. I should really talk about my merch more often. I should make more merch. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Do I have any good thumbnails to put on t-shirts? Have I made any art? I could put this Bryan Danielson on a t-shirt, the final countdown. That's kind of a cool graphic. That MJF, I don't own that. That'd feel kind of weird. I'd put that Daniel Garcia on a shirt. Would anyone want a Daniel Garcia thumbnail shirt? Red Death shirt? That's someone else's art too. That'd feel kind of weird. I only put the words on that. Is that right? I could put the Switch on a shirt. That's me. Okay, the kill shot is kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making art over here. I don't know if any of this really belongs on a t-shirt. I don't know about that. Yeah, I haven't made any art thumbnails in a long time. I don't think anything I've done on this channel for a thumbnail has really constituted as art. I guess the only art I really made was the Mr. Hartgrave wants Evil Uno and Fight Forever. It's not really a t-shirt design. I guess I could have made a bunch of those up and handed them out at shows. I don't know. That was a tangent. That was a horrible tangent. But I'm excited more people are out there wearing Mr. Hartgrave shirts. That does make my day. Thank you, guys. It was a dark day for me. I'm feeling better now. All right. So my idea was every time something cool happens in the match, it gets a point. Every time something uncool happens in a match, it loses a point. And then I'll talk about all those things in the video. And then at the end, we will reveal the ratings. Which one had the most points which one had the least. What I want to know from the audience is, how do you think they're going to rank out? How many points do you think the first All Elite Wrestling Blood and Guts will get? How many things can you remember happening? Now, the original Blood and Guts, I also wanted to see how much stuff we could remember. Does anyone remember, was there anything memorable about the first Blood and Guts that you remember to this day? Is there anything that you remember happening in the original Blood and Guts to this day? This was the one where Jericho fell off the cage, was thrown off the cage at the end by MJF. So there's that moment. It's an interesting moment because I think it's a plus and a minus. That one got a lot of people talking. That one got a lot of people talking at the end. Ortiz got hurt. That's a minus. This one's like at a -1 right now. Do we remember anything else about this? Jericho off the cage. I mean, that's kind of all I remember too. I mean, look, my memory's not that good. Maybe somebody else's memory is better, but this is why I got to watch it again. I don't remember this. Why is Tully Blanchard on that? It was Inner Circle versus what? What am I even looking at here? Isn't that just the Inner Circle? Who were they versus? Is this only one of the two teams? I feel like that's only one of the two teams. Oh, it's the Pinnacle versus Inner Circle. Okay, yeah, this is Pinnacle versus Inner Circle. Kill shot with my logo would be cool on a t-shirt too. Yeah. I mean, hey, look, if there's any shirt you want of anything, any thumbnail I've ever made, you let me know. I'll put it in my merch store and you can pick one up. All right, yeah, it was the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then Tully's just kind of like there. He doesn't count into. He didn't go in the cages. I think there was a few spots that happened between the two rings. So how many points do you think we're going to end up with in this? The end is kind of a wash. Ortiz gets hurt. Like, I almost feel like this is going to be like a 0. Like, this is not going to be like a high point thing, I don't think. I don't know. Right, we literally do not remember Shawn Spears and anything he did. But look, I got to watch it again because, like, I've watched so much wrestling since I watched this. Like, I watched so much. I can remember the last Blood and Guts extremely well. I can't remember this at all other than the ending. I cannot remember it. So, right now, I'm thinking 0. That's my thought, is that there's some cool stuff, but there's some bad stuff. This was 2020. I can't remember. Sammy did some cool stuff. I tend to think that too. Like, I think Sammy did something cool, maybe off the top of the thing. Look, let's give it a +1 now. +1. I think it gets a 1. This is going to be like a golf score. I don't think any of these are going to score like 100. Like, it's going to be like a low score kind of thing. Like, you know, the winner's probably going to have like 4 points. Like, that's what I suspect. It's my thought. All right, 2021. Jericho Appreciation Society versus Blackpool Combat Club. Wasn't this the one Ortiz got hurt in, though? They kind of blend. These two especially. I don't remember a thing about this. I remember nothing. Maybe this is the one where Sammy did cool stuff. I honestly think that this might have been the one with Sammy. I don't think there was as much wrong about this. I think this one was more right. I think this one was better. Like, less hinky. Santana tore his ACL. So Ortiz got hurt in the first one. Santana got hurt in the second one. That's a minus. That's a minus. I don't know if I'll call that out when I do the video, though. I don't know if that factors into the points. I'm not sure about that. It's at this point I realize that I will not be looking at Facebook stuff. I'm sorry, Facebook guys. Maybe next week. The more people that are on Facebook, the more I'll cover Facebook stuff that's been posted on Dirt Sheets. Once again, I appreciate Dirt Sheets for hosting the stream. Angelo Parker bled a lot. Is that that's a plus, right? Everyone likes to see Angelo Parker bleed. I'm going to go back to saying that 2021 is going to be a 0. I think the cool stuff we're remembering is actually 2022. And I think this is going to get like a +1. I think these scores are going to be much higher in the end, but this has given me an idea. I think that this was better than the previous year. I think they've only gotten better because this one I can remember a lot, guys. Oh my God. Last year's Blood and Guts, I think is like, it's gonna be a lot. Yeah, the first two Blood and Guts, they blend a lot. But when we get to Blood and Guts 2023, I don't even know where to start. Okay, Kota Ibushi's a minus, right? That wasn't that great. I remember the spot with the board of nails. That's a plus. Pac walks out on it, which was interesting, putting them at a 4-5 advantage. That's a plus. The ending was really good. I really like the ending where they were just killing Yuta, and Moxley has to like admit like that Yuta's like that he like shows weakness. Moxley shows weakness by the week. I think I almost feel like the Blackpool Combat Club breaks up here. Like this is the breakup of the Blackpool Combat Club. There's a fire extinguisher spot. I mean, that's always good. We've got like a +3 here or a +4. Oh, the stuff between Hangman and the Young Bucks. There's so much storytelling in this one. It's like a +5. Giant swing on top of the cage. It's like a +6. There's a giant. I thought it was Jericho who got swung around the top of the cage. There's no Jericho here. When did Jericho get swung around? Was that the previous year? Oh yeah, it was the previous year. Jericho got swung around the top of the cage on the previous year. So maybe the previous year gets a +2. Because yeah, I think that Claudio was the extra guy in the previous year, and then that's when they did the giant swing. I don't think they did. This one gets a minus because they went to the top of the cage and did nothing. This year, one of the Young Bucks went to I think Matt, or I can't remember if it was Matt or Nick. They went to the top of the cage and they did nothing. They literally did nothing. Mox brought out a ton of tables and stuff. This one's got like a +5, dude. This one is really good. I don't think that it's just even, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out when I go back and actually look at it. The ring mat was removed by the BCC. Oh my God, guys. Yeah, we're up to like a +6 easily. It's going to be hard to top this year. Like, and that's, and then what we can talk. All right. So we already know this is like, this blood and goats is this blood and goats. This blood and guts is like goated. Absolutely goated. This might be the best match like this since like the WCW days. I don't think the ones that happen in NXT hold a candle to this. Am I wrong? Can anyone I watched them pretty recently and I don't remember them, okay, at all. I watched them pretty recently. I watched all the NXT War Games and none of them excited me. I think I've watched a lot of the WWE ones as well. Those are just hot butt. I guess the one with Sammy was kind of cool for the storytelling that was happening, but I don't know, man. Nobody bleeds in those things and it just doesn't really, like, why does it happen? Why does it happen in a cage? Why is there a cage involved? Why even bother? I guess people go to the top of the cage and jump off. Yay. I don't know, man. Oh, Pac does like some aerial stuff in this one too. Damn it. This one's like a +8, dude. Dude, this one's so good. Yeah. Pac does a thing where like he hangs off the top of the cage, drops on everybody. This one's awesome. So good. So good. So let's project. What kind of score do we think 2024 is going to get? Early prediction. What do we got here? We got Swerve. We got Look, we got a +1 just for Swerve and Hangman. Okay. There's probably +2 right there. Like, there's at least going to be 2 spots between Swerve and Hangman that get points. You got the Young Bucks in there. That's a point. That's a +3. Jack Perry, you know Jack Perry's going to do something. That's a +4. You got freaking Kata. That feels like a +5. Darby Allin is probably 3 points in himself. Darby Allin, we're easily talking a +8. Darby will get 5 points at least. All right. I'm going to say between a +8 and a +10. That's my early prediction. It's going to be somewhere, and I guess the question is going to be, do we feel this will be the best blood and guts that AEW has ever done? Is it going to top last year? I'd run a poll, but there's not enough of you on any one platform to do that. In WWE, Ricochet did the most craziest thing off the top of the War Games when he did that suicide dive on top of the entire Undisputed Era. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, look, the more guys you fall on, the less impressed I am. I'm most impressed when Cody jumped off the top of the cage and landed on just Wardlow. That was insane. I put that in my MJF video because it's so crazy. All right, so my chat thinks that we're going to have 30 points in this match. The new Blood and Guts is going to sweep with 30 points. You think they're going to go all out? It's possible. Oh, did Cody break his foot doing that? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that he broke his foot doing that. That was a crazy dive. It was about as nuts as... Well, did Cody break his foot? Because I know Adam Copeland broke his foot doing the same thing. He broke a toe. Jesus Christ. That was a nuts dive. He didn't just do a dive, too. We did a backflip, right? Psychopath. It was amazing. Beautiful move. But it's about to start, guys. Look, I wish I was watching this live. I'm going to have a hell of a time waiting like a day or whatever it takes me to watch this. Like, that's going to be one of the hardest. But I got things to do. I'm going to go watch the other 3. So I'm going to go do my homework first. But I'm going to be envious of you guys that are going to watch this tonight. Briscoe. I didn't even talk about Briscoe. Briscoe's going to be crazy. Oh, man, always extra points for this show being on free TV. I mean, this should really be a pay-per-view. I mean, this is so hot. It's so great. All right, so I think we're leaning towards this being like a +10 being the best Blood and Guts of all time. I think our prediction is, it sounds like we're unanimous here. I haven't seen anybody kind of debate me on this, is that... No one was like, oh, man, Blood and Guts 2021 was the greatest thing I ever watched. Like, nobody's saying that. Everybody seems to agree that 2023 was, like, the best one. And they seem to just be getting better over time. And our assumption is that this Blood and Guts will be the best Blood and Guts of all time. That's our thesis. I'm gonna try to be as scientific as possible about it and figure it out. So we'll find out, guys. Oh yeah, you have to find the ad-free versions. You cannot watch the ad version of Blood and Guts. You got to get ad-free. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a reason to go back. Oh, I'll have to mention that in the video, that these are the best. Like, if you've already watched everything in real time, the Blood and Guts matches are going to be some of the best matches to go back and watch when AEW has its deal, because then you can watch them without commercials, and they're like so much better if you don't do the picture-in-picture crap. They're so good. All right, everybody, enjoy the show. Thank you for the pep talk. It's rough right now. If you're watching this and you haven't watched the MJF video, please do so. Thank you so much for sharing that, guys. I'm gonna have to step away for a little bit from it. I can't do a video like that again until things change. More subscribers, more views. I can't spend 5-6 days, an entire week, doing something like that. It was way too much of an undertaking. I've got to do videos more in the style of, unfortunately, the worst videos. I guess I'm hoping to kind of make them more like Roosh, where it was easier to put together and not awful. There's a risk that the quality might suffer a little bit, but with the views being where they're at, I just can't spend the amount of time I need to spend to make something truly epic, like the MJF video, which is unfortunate. I'm sorry. I'm hoping that will change, and I'll be able to make more videos that are, really, really high quality. But I've got to try to play the algorithm a bit, I guess, or figure other things out. Or doing this thing where I watch all the Blood and Guts and just kind of talk about Blood and Guts, I'm hoping will be a less effort. I'm hoping that it'll still be an interesting watch. And we'll see how it plays. I don't know how this is going to play on you. It's going to be very topical, which is what I have to do more. I have to be more topical. That's the main problem here. No one's asking for a 44-minute video on MJF right now of old interview footage, right? No one's asking for this. But yeah, the most important thing I have to do is keep the clips coming. And in fact, that's what I have to do right now, is I have to go post a clip on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. We're doing really good numbers there. It's funny, the clips from these videos have gone viral. I have clips from these videos that are in the hundreds of thousands of views. People love 30-second, 61-minute versions of these videos are tearing up Instagram. So I know it's good content. I know it's amazing content. What the one of the clips has been shared. Hold on, let me tell you this, because this is insane, right? I have a clip on here that's absolutely insane. Let me give you the stats on this before I go. My most successful Instagram reel. All of them are successful, but there is one that is more successful than any other. And the stats on this video are insane, and it's still going. It has 100,000 views. It has 5,000 likes. And it's been shared 1,500 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, I sit here, I talk about doom and gloom and how poorly my YouTube is going, but make no mistake, my Instagram is nuts. I reach over 100,000 people a month there, and it's very successful. And that's one of the reasons why I make these videos, is because the clips do very, very well. Hey man, thank you so much, everybody sharing this stuff. And yeah, the Instagram is a great place to go to as well. I actually connect with a lot of the wrestlers there on Instagram myself. I've had hold on, I got another accolade to share with you. Um, the Instagram clips of the videos on this channel. Where is, I've got it all saved. Yes. The Instagram clips have been liked by Ray Phoenix, Matt Taven, Ken Anderson, Swerve, Mr. Mark Quinn, RVD. Rob Van Dam has liked and shared multiple reels of mine. Rob Van Dam is one of my more ardent followers. Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. That one blew me away. Alex Zane. And, of course, Danhausen. And most recently, Daniel Garcia has actually liked a lot of my stuff and shared a lot of my stuff. So, it's wrestler approved, everybody. All my content is wrestler approved. Well, all right. Twitch chat. So short form content is good, and people watch it. However, long form content has millions of views as well. So no. Attention spans are all over the place. People watch them in different ways. People watch Instagram in bed at night while they're watching other shows. And then some people watch 6-hour videos while they're at work all day. It's all over the place. Okay, guys, I'm coming over here to the couch. Did you know Mr. Hartgrave has a couch? It's true, I have a couch. And I have another microphone over here. And I've got a big box. So Scarlet Spider Comics sent me a big box. And I don't know what's in the box. It could be anything. Could be a severed head. Probably is going to be some comics. It's probably going to be some comics. But who knows? I don't know what they sent me. I told them not to send me anything. I said, you're going through a tough time. You're struggling right here. Why are you sending me things? I don't know why you're sending me things. Just focus on yourself. But they wanted to send me stuff. They've always been so generous with me and my community. So we really appreciate that. So let's see what's going on in here. All right, we have a thank you note. Thank you so much for all you and the Gravedigger community do. I know at the time of sending this, the GoFundMe is off to an amazing start. This means the absolute world having a community to fall back on with my addiction, and I'm so grateful I don't have to fall back into it. This box has 3 sections labeled in order for opening from 1 to 3. Hope this brings a smile to your face today. Keep digging. Even when they're suffering, they're taking the time to try to brighten someone else's day, my day, which is very nice. This is very nice of them. All right, I have number 3. Wait, am I supposed to open these in order? I think I'm supposed to open these in order. From 1 to 3. Okay, so 3's on top. I'm going to open this last. 3 is just for Mr. Hartgrave. I'm glad you made this nice and big. It shows up on camera very well. Number 3. We're getting better at these unboxing. Do you remember the first one we did of these? It was horrible. We're much more cinematic these days. Number 3, just for Mr. Hartgrave, open last. So we'll do that. Number 2 is for the mini Hartgraves, for my kids. They're going to love this. Some anime on here. One of my kids is big into anime. They both are, but one's more than the other. And then number 1 is for Mrs. Hartgrave. She's going to love this. Apologies, these aren't bagged and boarded. They would have weighed a metric ton. That she doesn't care about any of that. It's fine. My wife does not care about boarded. In fact, she's going to read the comics, so that's what she's into. And then there's some stuff down here at the bottom. Okay, this is extra. Oh my God, dude. You've made my wife's day, by the way. Like, absolutely. Like, this is wild. So this is just, it looks like a stack of Doom Patrol comics. My wife loves Doom Patrol comics. That's nuts. That's absolutely wild, guys. I'm trying to open this just to see if that's what it is. I think that's what it is. It's just all Doom Patrol. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Doom Patrol. This is like number 67 to number 85. Like almost a full run. Wow. Yeah, she'll love that. Thank you. That's amazing. That's a lot of Doom Patrol comics. You know what? She spends a lot of time with the kids down at Taekwondo now. I bet she'll read comics while she's down there. All right, number one. This is more for my wife. Let me see if I can get this open. I don't want to destroy the beautiful labels that you made so that they can experience that as well. Is this also just, is this another just stack of Doom Patrol comics? It looks like it is just like a stack. It's just another huge stack of Doom Patrol comics. So, look, she's going to absolutely love this. Thank you so much. That's crazy. All right, let's see what you got for the kids. Let me see if my kids, I'll let you know if my kids will approve. They're picky, you know, they're like teenagers. Well, you did great. Well, thank you so much. I'm telling you, if you guys are looking to buy comics, Scarlet Spider Comics is the place to buy your comics from. They do a great job. You tell them what you're into. They go out there in the world. They find the stuff. You don't have to go through comic book stores. I hate going through comic book. Oh my God, dude. All right, so there's some stickers in here. There's some amazing looking trading cards. Some beautiful trading cards in here. I don't know if I can... They're kind of like wedged in here. Here, let me... I think I can just show the whole set. There we go. Yeah, there's some trading cards and stickers. They're going to love those. And then there's a few comics in here, too. You've really got these wedged in here. We have a Peach Momoko comic. Anime-inspired Marvel comic. And Usagi Yojimbo. This one actually might be for me. Maybe my kids will get into Usagi Yojimbo, but that is a great comic I used to read back when I was a kid. So that one's cool to see in there. All right, let's see what we got for Mr. Heartgrave. All right, number 3 is just for Mr. Heartgrave. It's got Ghost Rider and Wolverine on there, which were two of my favorites when I was a kid and still are. I haven't seen... I think people are probably going to ask me in my comments of this video, and they're probably going to ask me on this live chat if I've seen Wolverine and Deadpool. I have not seen Wolverine and Deadpool. I do not typically rush out to movie theaters for any reason whatsoever. But I will be making my way out to see Wolverine and Deadpool. I don't know, probably sometime this week. Certainly while it's in theaters. People are saying it's great. I wouldn't expect anything less from it. I thought Deadpool 2 was better than Deadpool 1, which I don't think that's a hot take. I can't imagine more people don't think that. So I've been excited for it. Oh my God. All right, you got me some cards in here. Opening these boxes is almost as much as fun as what's inside of them. So you got this great fold out 3-card set, X-Men. That looks phenomenal. Put that up on my desk. And looks like we got a Punisher card in here. A few other Marvel cards. And a big stack of comics. Oh, I think you got the descriptions on here too, telling me what all these are. Once again, we appreciate you so much, Scarlet Spider Comics, in this community. We're looking forward to you getting back to doing more sales. Hopefully, once you're done with all these surgeries and whatnot, you can get back to selling comics on Whatnot as usual. Marvel Strike Force #1. Blade variant. What? This is a Marvel Strike Force comic that has a Blade cover on it, but Blade isn't even in Marvel Strike Force. Shut up. Where did this come from? That's not even real. This is a Marvel Strike Force comic? Did they think they were going to bring Blade in like long before they actually were able to? Were they so certain that they were going to get that license that they actually made a comic? Shut up. Oh no, this isn't Marvel Strike Force. This is just a comic named Strike Force. It's a comic that shares a name with the game, but it's separate. It has nothing to do with Marvel Strike Force. It's just called Marvel Strike Force. Gotcha. I was like, what's going on? Don't they know that there's a mobile game called... They don't even care. They don't even care that there's a mobile game that's already using the name. They're just like, whatever, dude. That game's going to be dead within the year. No one cares. You can name the comic Strike Force. It's fine. Ghost Rider #1 from 2006. Beautiful comic. I feel like maybe I never had this. I remember they rebooted Ghost Rider like in the 90s. I had that #1, but I didn't have the 2000s. I'll look forward to reading that for sure. Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider #1 versus Mephisto. This is awesome. Dude, that is also awesome. That is killer. Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance Omega #1. You've got so many great #1s in here. Where did you find all of these? These are phenomenal. Ghost Rider versus the Hoods Infernal Halloween #1. All right, I got to get like a wall to display all of these awesome Ghost Rider comics. These are amazing. 1976 Doctor Strange King Size Annual #1. The first King Size Annual to feature Doctor Strange. That is beautiful. That is a great looking comic. Giant Size Avengers #3. I feel like that has some value to it, that one. That's beautiful. 1988 Fantastic Four Annual 21 featuring Black Bolt and the Inhumans. This is really cool, actually. I'm not typically a big fan of the Fantastic Four, but this cover and this whole concept is awesome. And I bet that's a fun one. All right. Do not attempt to read this one. This book is being held together by the nice display mylar sleeve it is in. It has seen a lot in its lifetime. Great display piece, though. From my personal collection to my favorite living vampire. 1971 Amazing Spider-Man 101. First appearance of Morbius. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really want to read it, but I won't. I'll take your advice. I won't, as much as it will pain me. Maybe I'll go. Oh, it's old. It's got the 15 cents on the cover. Oh, this is awesome looking. It's a shame that that's only being held together by the bag, but this is my favorite comic now. And I'll never read it. But I appreciate this very much. All right, this is awesome. I can't wait to share this with my family, Scarlet Spider Comics, and I'm so glad everybody has reached out to you. And we all hope that you are doing better soon and that you will persevere through everything you're going through. Thank you so much, and keep digging.